And we are live. We are live. Welcome to another edition of Red Cup Rants. I'm your host, Dre. And I got two of my boys with my brothers with me, Mad Mike and Big Phil. And we also have a special guest. If you haven't followed us last year, we have what's called the Boom Show. We got my homeboy Boom here. What's going on, man? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the
What's
show.
up?
What's going on, yo?
He's the star of SP Network. Don't let him tell
That's the
you
star.
otherwise, but he is the star. He's the star.
That's the star. And consider the fact we got some Cowboy news to talk about. We probably just let him have that part.
Oh, he can take it. He can
Yeah,
take
he can have
it.
that. He can have that part. You know what I'm saying? So, but what's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling out there? Everybody good?
Yeah, everything's everything, man.
Yeah. So that's good. But before we get started, I do want to send my condolences to one of my favorite boxers of all time, Floyd Mayweather. His uncle, his trainer, Roger Mayweather, passed away. He was 58 years old, and he coined the phrase "You don't know shit about boxing." So you know, he's I know he's been an integral part of Floyd Mayweather's career, and I think, me personally, I think with this happening, I think that Floyd is not going to come back. I know a lot of people saying that he will come back to fight, but I think this is the nail in the coffin. He's not going to come back to box because the trainer that he had is gone. I mean, there's his dad out there, but y'all see how they get along. It's like oil and vinegar; it doesn't mix, or water and vinegar, whatever it's called. It doesn't mix. So, well, how do you guys feel about it? What do you think the foundation that he left, as far as, because I know he trained other fighters, but what was the legacy he left behind as far as with his nephew and boxing in general?
Personally, when I look at, first of all, you have to give Roger and Floyd Mayweather Senior. You got to give those guys credit for what they were when they were boxing. I know a lot of people are not familiar with Mayweather Senior, but he was a terrific defensive fighter in his own right. And those guys, they know everything about the sport. They know technicalities, like they know the small details in boxing, where you can beat guys with just simple things like footwork, how faint things of that nature, man. Just the small, intricate details of just boxing itself. Those guys created a monster, when it comes down to one of the best defensive fighters, Pernell Whitaker, and Floyd Mayweather, those guys are that you could go one. I mean, you can go Whitaker or you can go Floyd Mayweather. Those guys they were great. So, for me personally, I think that's the technique. That's what I take from the Mayweathers, is that they created the monster and made it popular and made it cool to be a defensive fighter, and that's their legacy to me.
I agree. Phil and Boom, y'all got anything y'all want to say?
The only thing I gotta say is I don't follow boxing much. So, what kind of type of legacy he left?
At least he's honest.
At least you're honest about it.
At least he's honest.
I'm not.
At least you're honest
You know
about
why?
it.
Because you know what? A lot of people they'll make up stuff. And you'd be like, what? So at least you're honest, though. That's
Right.
good.
Why would I make up stuff when I know Dre, you're a big boxing follower. So if I made something up, you'd be like, huh?
Exactly. I'll be like, that's not how it goes, bro. That's not how it goes.
And also, if everyone has followed my show or mine and my wife's show, I'm honest. I'm gonna speak the truth. My truth. Yeah, you gonna call me out on it, but
I'm just letting y'all know right now. When we get to the Cowboys, just buckle up. That's all I gotta say. Just buckle up. Buckle up.
Before we do that, let me go grab something real quick. Hold on. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Welcome. The inmates run the asylum around here. Let y'all know right now.
Oh man.
But go ahead, Phil. Go ahead and say what you got to
I
say.
mean,
Man.
like I said, the only thing I can really say is you want to talk about what he left, his legacy. Just look at Floyd Mayweather himself. Guy was a very skilled fighter, undefeated, and you got to tip your hat off to his trainer, his uncle, who got him ready, who had him stay primed and ready, always ready for a challenge. And it's sad to see. All I can say is God bless Floyd Mayweather's family, but he'll be missed in Floyd's corner because I really think that was the backbone. That guy was the backbone of his career.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like I said, it's that's why I say I think with that being with that happening right now, I know a lot of rumors have been circulating on Twitter, the social media that Floyd's probably gonna come back for one more fight. I don't see that happening now that this has happened, but you never know with Floyd. Floyd said he wasn't gonna fight Conor. Lo and behold, it happened. So you never know. Maybe his dad and him can patch up things, and his dad can be his trainer, or he might go outside the grain and get somebody. You know what I'm saying? But we all know one thing about Floyd. Floyd marches to the beat of his own drum. So all we could do is just see what happens. So, but with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna talk about this beast that's out here, that's snatching souls and making people shook out here. This coronavirus, and it really has shut down basically our normal lives. And as you can see, it really did it in the NBA. As now you see a lot of players are contracting it now. Now the news is coming out now that KD is one of the 4 Brooklyn Nets players that have contracted it. So it's crazy out here, man. I mean, I made light of it. I don't think it's that serious, but it's creeping there. So I know there's a lot of rumors going around saying that the NBA is talking about doing it.
Oh man, this,
Oh man,
I am done.
So, but with that being said, we had how do you guys feel? I know they said the NBA is talking about extending it to summer play. Maybe do it kind of like they did back in '99 when they had the lockout and they just start the playoffs. They just start the playoffs right then and there. And I know a lot of people said that they should just wait until 2021 to start it. And baseball's been delayed as well until mid-May. So how do you guys stand on it? Do you think this is proper precaution, or is it an overreaction?
I think it's proper.
Yeah.
Because I mean, has fast the contagion has it spread.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs to be distant from one another for at least what the recommended World Health Organization has been saying. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever. My job has said, hey, work from home, and we'll see you on the 1st, or we will reevaluate on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to. This is something we have to do, because if we don't, even though we may not be affected, but we may pass it on to someone who may not be able to take care of themselves. Like for people with weak immune systems, kids, the elderly. I mean, that's gonna be on us, not them, because they ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. So we have to, take care of ourselves so we can take care of everyone else.
That's true. Hey, I agree. I agree. Phil and Mike, y'all got anything y'all want to say?
Yeah. I agree with Boom. It is necessary to have this, to take the precautions as needed. You don't need it to spread everywhere. It was just one day we'll talk about, Rudy Gobert has it, and then Donovan Mitchell has it. Now 4 players from the Nets have it, including Kevin Durant.
And the guy from the Pistons, I think he got it too as well.
Exactly, yeah. So it is spreading. So it's best that right now they kind of delay everything and reevaluate at some point in time. All I'm gonna say is, Boom lucky he get to work from home. I don't have that option.
Yeah, right. I don't have that luxury working from home. They expect me at 5:45 tomorrow, so I got to be there.
And to those that do have to go to work, like you guys, hey, just be careful, take precautions. If you see someone coughing, either knock them out or you run the other way.
Hey, I got a whole coughing chart at the job. Every time somebody coughs in the room, you get a tally mark, dog. And after you reach 5 coughs, you got to leave. You got to roll. You got to go home, dog. Like for real. This ain't it, Chief.
Oh shit! But you know what? He ain't lying though, because see, with me personally, the way my job's set up, I have to work in close capacity because you work as a team on the tool. But we wear the suits and stuff like that. But I'm with Boom and Phil.
But
you cough a little bit too much. I'm gonna kind of give you the side eye a little bit.
But when you wear your clothes to protect, you're wearing it for the semiconductors. Make sure they don't get dirty. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stop the virus.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is. You have to go to work. There are some jobs out there that require you to be out. Yeah. I understand that, but still take your precautions. You don't feel good, you stay home.
Yeah, yeah. That's why Intel does have a policy in place now where if you do stay home, they're not gonna take time off your PTO. So
that's good.
Yeah, so that'll work. But
what?
Yeah, they're not taking PTO because a lot of people.
I think you just struck a nerve with Phil.
I'm sorry, Phil.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, Phil. You know what? Phil's mad at me because in 3 months I'm gonna be taking 10 weeks off from work, so he's already mad at me about that one.
10 weeks. Woo! Boy.
10 weeks, though.
Yeah,
that's a new one.
So look. Hey, look. So
wait, that's 10 weeks. Is that just straight vacation, or are you combining?
It's a sabbatical, so that's a benefit of Intel that they give you every 8 years, or you could take a month off every 4 years.
So you've been racking them up?
No, I mean you have to take it all at once because.
Oh, you have to.
Well, you don't have to. You get up to 3 years, but if you don't take it, then it just goes away. So you have to take it all at once. You have to take it all at once.
10 days.
So you cheap flight to Jamaica or Saudi Arabia?
Hey,
$40 right now on.
Hey, look,
$85 all round trip.
Hey, look,
come on.
See, look, even my wife says she wants to be like you, man.
Why y'all bullshitting? Them round trips to Miami is like $47 round trip to Miami.
We ain't bullshitting. But we ain't bullshitting though.
But Intel does have a policy in place where they won't take away your PTO because of this whole situation. Now it's going to be reassessed in a couple weeks, like everything else. But that's for people that doesn't have that option of working from home. Like a lot of engineers and admin, they can work from home. People like me that have to be on the floor 12 hours a night, you don't have that option. So they're not taking away your PTO if you decide to take it. So. And they're not gonna reprimand you for taking more than 80 hours, which is a rule at our place. But they're waiving that too. So they're just looking out for us. That's all.
So
yeah. I'm sorry, Phil. We still cool though, man. I'm sorry, man. But with that being,
Chief, no.
But with that being said, 10 whole weeks. But with that being said,
a damn day.
But with that being said, the coronavirus has stopped a lot of things, but one thing it hasn't stopped is NFL free agency. Boy, let me tell you, it's been some shit going on. I mean, where do we start?
Let's start yesterday morning.
All right, boom.
I mean, it's not for me. I'm just saying, just yesterday morning.
Oh no, I'm just saying
the trade that shocked us all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins to Arizona for David Johnson and what, a 4th round pick?
A 4th round pick. But you know what? The people here in Arizona are happy. They had a poll here.
Oh, I'm sure they're happy.
I'm sure they're happy.
They're happy. They happy as fuck.
Like I said, I thought the coronavirus affected the immune system, not the damn brain. Like I am baffled right now. I was baffled. I was like, what the hell are y'all thinking? Right. You gotta be rebuilt. You have to be in the mindset of rebuilding because there is no way you make that trade. Somebody had too much to drink that night and decided to come to work because there's no way you make that trade. I don't care who it is. You don't make that trade, but they have to.
But but you know what? This is why I honestly think the trade was happening. Is at this point where I think they just gave him a big deal, and I think that they felt that they couldn't afford him. They couldn't afford him. They couldn't afford him because with the new CBA that just got signed a couple days ago, they're looking at the fact that when this guy, because you just saw Amari get 100 million, Julio getting paid, Stephon Diggs, who got traded, is going to get paid.
Hold on. It's not so much. It's not so much that a lot of these guys they don't want to. It's not so much the new CBA. They're trying to get rid of contracts in 2019. They're trying to get into 2020. So Nuke still has 2019. So that's why you're seeing a lot of. That's why you're seeing Tom Brady move. That's why you're seeing new contracts. In 2019, you see Julio get the guaranteed money. 2020 is going to be 2020 and beyond for the next years. It's going to be a lot of guaranteed money, and that's what they're moving towards, and that's what they're trying to get rid of with a lot of old contracts. The old contracts. That's why you're seeing, how JJ Watt. If you guys have looked at JJ Watt and how his contract is set up.
Yeah.
So this guy has zero guaranteed money. We're talking about zero, nothing. So if he gets injured in preseason, guess what? JJ Watt has absolutely nothing.
Right.
It's not going to die. So this is one of the reasons why I tell people, like, we're looking at why do you trade Nuke, DeAndre Hopkins, but this is the reason why. JJ Watt is Texas. He is the Texas. They're trying to give him his last little contract, major contract, and send him off like he's a god. And that's just the truth of the matter. And from that point on, DeAndre Hopkins, he's going to be the face of the Texans for years to come.
And that's crazy because number one, I think that the Texans felt they couldn't afford him, and number two, everybody, you said JJ Watt's going to be the face. What about Deshaun Watson? I know he woke up. I know he woke up feeling some kind of way after that happened. I know he did.
And they had good chemistry going too.
Yeah, they did.
And not only that, DeAndre Hopkins, he was a team player. He was never crying for the ball. He never did any of that. He was happy that other players were making plays on the field. And now he's gone. You don't have that threat no more.
Exactly.
You know he can catch. He caught. I still remember the game where he caught the ball behind his legs and pulled it back up.
And they had the nerve to call pass interference
on him. It's like really
on him.
But still, he was the guy who made those type of plays. He's the one who drew that defense away from other players so they can open up and make something happen. And the running game started going off too. Who knew Alfred Blue could have run?
Right.
Or who was that running back that they got from the trade?
They had Duke Johnson, Carlos Hyde.
I mean, who knew that they still had legs?
Yeah. So, and you know what? And the crazy thing about it is, David Johnson, while he was considered a good running back, he's pretty much washed. Maybe this will help him.
I want to say he's washed. I would say let's see how he comes back from the injuries, because he was injured and then they got Kenyon Drake and then they have to split time, so you don't know what he is capable of right now. I just hope. So give him like 4 or 5 games to see if he's washed up or he's back to form. If he's back to form, okay, then the trade maybe. But if not, I don't know, man.
Well, true. Well, you know what? Honestly, I just hope that they don't.
You got to get more than a second round pick for Nuke, man. I can't get over that. I can't picture giving up audio for a second round pick, dog. Like
it's crazy like that, because the thing of the fact of the matter is that when you have, maybe something they saw. I think it's crazy that they did it because I didn't expect them to trade away a marquee player. But at the same time, it money factors into it, and Mike, you said it yourself, it factors into it. I just hope that the Texans don't have buyer's remorse because I remember when they signed Amar Green to free agency and he really didn't do a whole lot. I just hope this doesn't be the same with David Johnson because I talked to I know a lot of Arizona fans here in Arizona and they told me that they got to steal. We'll see what happens because a lot of people felt that David Johnson underperformed his contract considering what he was getting paid. So all we can do is see.
But I mean, you can't. But they have to understand injuries play a lot of part.
Injuries play
oh yeah, absolutely.
And different players come back differently from injuries.
Yeah.
One player he can break his ankle, come back and be as good as he was before he got injured. And some other players, when they break the ankle, they ain't running rats like that no more. They ain't running through the sharp cuts because they got that in their heads like, hey, if I do this, I'm gonna snap my ankle again. So different players come back differently.
True.
That's exactly what we saw from this past season.
I mean, look, but then you gotta look at guys like Adrian Peterson. He tore his ACL, MCL, then came back and
that man is not from this world. Okay, he don't count. That man is not from this
world. Hey, even him all day this past season, he was still running like he was back in 2011, 2012. But
you're right.
Again, it comes back to how the player handles himself coming back from injury. Now, like I said, give him 4 or 5 games to see where he's at physically and mentally. Because right now we can all say, "Oh, that was a bad trade," but hey, he could prove this work with this trade.
Yeah. And like LaDonna put out there right now, Will Fuller will be the undisputed number 1 guy. But the big question is, he has the same issues as David Johnson. Can he stay healthy? Because I know he missed a couple games this past season because he couldn't stay on the field. So, I mean, it happens. And then Brian Jones brought up a good point. I want y'all to read this. Said Minnesota got 4 picks for Diggs. Houston got 2 and a 4 for Nux. Something doesn't add up. Honestly, I think it's money. It's money.
Drugs.
Money and injuries. Money and injuries. So
it's drugs. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that happens. Somebody's on some stuff.
But you know what? That screams desperation somewhere. And somebody said that if y'all didn't follow Twitter yesterday, y'all missed a treat because them Houston Texans fans were upset yesterday.
I bet they were.
That is the definition of pissing in my Cheerios. Like right there. If you are a fan of Houston, that is the definition of that.
Yesterday was my first day in my new job, in my new current role in my company. I was sitting here. If this, my phone goes off. I look at the phone and I read it. I'm like, huh? And I put it out. I'm like, really, Houston?
Right.
I mean, it could be money. I hope it's money, but
that's the only thing I could think of. Honestly, that's the only thing I can think of. Honestly, yeah. So I mean,
that was shocking. I was talking to LaDonna and she was telling me, and I was like, "Say what now? Like, run that by me again because it just sounded like you just told me some BS." Because I had it's no way you make that trade. It does not add up. I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe they see something we don't. We'll see in the upcoming season, but I don't pull the trigger and make that trade. Or if I make a trade, I'm gonna get something better than that. Like,
do you think what's the quarterback? Kyler Murray, right?
Kyler Murray, yeah.
You think he'd be that would be a good fit for him? Do you think does this trade benefit Kyler Murray? Because Larry Fitzgerald, he's still there.
You know what?
He's a quarterback friendly receiver. Now, Hopkins, can he be that too?
I think I think it'll benefit Murray and Hopkins because Murray will have another target to throw to in his progression, and then will also benefit Hopkins because now he can learn under a guy like Larry. So if Larry and DeAndre and Kyler get on the same page, Arizona might make a little noise. Everybody knows that the NFC West is San Francisco's to lose. But don't be surprised if Arizona makes a push for at least a wild card if everything comes together. But like Mike said, consistency.
You knew what I was about to say. Yeah. You just knew what I was about to say, didn't you?
It absolutely, but you're absolutely right. It has to have chemistry. But with that being said, though, I think it can help them out because everybody knows Larry is a consummate professional. He's been doing it for years. And I think
it's really not about. It's not. Let's just stop right there. Stop. It's not about the receivers. never about the receivers when it comes down to the offense. It's all about the quarterback. If the quarterback isn't comfortable, if a receiver just does something in his routes that just agitates a quarterback gets extremely upset. Like Matt Ryan is the type of quarterback. Tom Brady is the type of quarterback. If you're not in a specific spot at a specific time, guess what? You're going to piss them off. You don't want to piss off the quarterback. So it's all about how Kyler Murray, he comes along as far as his maturation as a quarterback and communicating with these wide receivers. Communication between quarterbacks are everything. Quarterbacks and receivers are everything. I mean, just look at boom. Look at your boy, not Dak and Bryant. Dak and Bryant, those guys they could never get that chemistry. That chemistry with those guys was always something with those guys. It was off until we got Amari Cooper. Go ahead.
And the reason why they didn't get that chemistry is because the first year that they played together, they went 13-3, right? That was the rookie. That was both Zeke and Dak's rookie year.
Yeah.
What type of plays did they do?
Yeah.
So during that season,
it was the same.
It was pound the ball, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that chemistry was never there to begin with, right. And then and they carry over to the following year. That's when you saw the frustrations of Dez. And then when he was calling for the ball and he got the ball, what did Dez do? Fumbled.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can laugh all you want, but it's true. Look at the Seattle game. Seattle Seahawks against the Cowboys, where Dez Bryant finally caught the ball by the sideline, and he held it like a loaf of bread, like this, and tried to stiff arm somebody.
Yeah.
Man, those NFL players got 60-inch reaches. They can knock the ball out.
Right.
So yeah, with that, you know, it was those type of plays. They weren't getting him involved into the game plan, because their game plan every week was run the ball, we're gonna throw it to tight end. Run the ball, we're gonna throw a slant to Beasley, because Beasley had a massive year that year. Mm-hmm. It was either run the ball or slant to Beasley. That was it.
Yep. But with that being said, I hear what you guys say, but y'all also missing something else. That O-line too. O-line plays a factor too. And we all know the Cardinals. The Cardinals O-line is not good. So
I forgot about that.
So you got to factor that in as well. But I will say this though, we do have a caller here, and I think I know who it is, out of Atlanta Northeast. Let me see if I can get him on here. Hello, are you there? Are you on the air? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, is it?
It's your boy. Oh, it's your boy. It's your boy. What up? What's going on, man? Welcome to the show, man. What you got to say?
Hey, watch your mouth too, dog.
Make sure you watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
DeAndre Hopkins and Deshaun Watson had a friendship, and I feel Deshaun Watson should go up to Bill O'Brien and just say, I want to be traded. Because they give him nothing. Look at his O-line. He scrambled for his life. And DeAndre Hopkins is all he has. And they just trade him. Who even hired the guy? That just makes no sense. We need to get Rex Ryan or something. And I just want to say I like David Harris and but a second round pick? You could have gave him a fourth. But alright. And if we don't get Cam Akers around the third round, I would like Melvin Gordon. Probably get him an offer. Or Dante Fowler. Whichever one is more And man, Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers. That's crazy.
We gotta stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be talking about that, because I think Phil has a different perspective than other Patriots fans I saw. I really
Yeah.
think he does. But Mike, I'm gonna let you handle this one because you're more in tune with the Falcon stuff. He said that if we don't get Cam Akers, we should try to get Melvin Gordon. And he also said that we shouldn't have gave up a second round for Hurst. So I'm gonna let you handle that. So what do you think about that?
Well, Hurst is a more athletic, more gifted tight end than Austin Hooper. I know a lot of people were really into Austin Hooper, and he's a he's a tight end that when he first began his career with Atlanta, he had issues with catching, and that's something um, that he's worked on with Matt Ryan, and he's gotten a lot better at. But when you look at I call him Hunter Hearst Helmsley. That's what I call him. Hunter Hearst Triple H. Uh,
He got that
he
long hair.
he
He got
already
that long
he
hair.
got the long hair and
Yeah.
everything. So when you look at him, he has more speed, he's more athletic. The guy is he's just gifted. And you combine him with Julio Calvin Ridley, um, he's going to make he didn't have, and I'm not trying to say that Lamar is a terrible quarterback, but he's not Matt Ryan the ball as far as a quarterback is concerned, being accurate and whatnot. And you get him with Matt Ryan, establish a chemistry with him, Julio Ridley. And honestly, it really don't give a damn who the running back is. I mean, you got that. That's a nice trio. But as far as getting Melvin Gordon, the Falcons just don't like most teams that are contenders. You see the Patriots, you see a lot of teams right now. These guys just don't have the money. When you draft well, you make the playoff consistently. This is something that you have to sacrifice, and that's you have to sacrifice talent, and you're not going to have a lot of money as far as the salary cap is concerned. Dallas understands that. Atlanta understands that. New England understands that. It's there's a such thing as a salary cap. It's not like the NBA where you have the luxury tax and you just sign what you want in contract that you feel. It's not like that. So don't get your hopes up with Melvin Gordon unless Melvin Gordon want to come here and play for $2 million. Don't get your hopes up. So as far as that's concerned, man, I like what the Falcons have done so far. I like what a lot of teams have done so far. The only thing that I'm worried about as far as free agency is one player in Phil is I don't know how Phil feels about this, but I don't know how he's going to play in Tampa because that's a scheme that Bruce Arians, he wants to throw the ball deep. And I've seen Tom Brady this past season. I've seen Drew Brees this past season. And those guys' arms are not the same. So I'm worried about that. Is he going to change his offense to fit Tom Brady? I'm sure he will. But this division with Atlanta, Carolina,
it's gonna be interesting, man.
It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting, really.
This is not the NFC South, one of the best divisions in the entire league. So, Tom Brady, I hope you're not old. Hope you're not old for your health's sake, because this is not the NFC East, bro. This is a complete different animal over here.
Yeah. And Mike, I got another question. My brother-in-law wants to ask you. He just put it up here. You think Austin Hooper was a big loss? Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think it was. I think Hurst could be that guy that he has better speed than Hooper and he can catch just as much. My only concern with Hurst is can he stay healthy? I know somebody said we shouldn't have gave up a second-round pick, but I don't see no loss in that because we still got a first-round pick. So how you feel about that, Mike? You think it was a big loss? I don't think it was.
Who are you going to get with a second-round pick that's going to come in and pay immediate dividends? How many first-round picks you see every year do you think are going to be major stars in the first round? Second round, who is going to come in and be a star? A lot of times the draft do not. I say this all the time, even in free agency. You bring in guys, you pay $50 million. I know Robert Quinn got paid $70 million. Most of the time, even in free agency, you sign $30 million to a free agent, and he comes in and he completely bombs. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing for the draft. Everything is a crapshoot, man, and a second round pick is just a second round pick. It's just a second. It's just a number. Right. Tom Brady was what a 6th round, 7th round pick. It's just a damn number.
And look at Sherman. Richard Sherman was a 5th round pick. Cam Chancellor was a 4th round. Cam Chancellor was a 6th round pick. I mean, Grady Jarrett, 5th round pick.
5th round pick. It's just a number, man. I want to see guys with heart. I want to see God with passion, and that's all I care about. I don't give a damn about us being a 2nd round pick. I really don't, man.
Exactly. And with that being said, since we're already talking about it, we're gonna go jump right into it with Brady going to Tampa. It's not official yet, but
feel me.
But with Adam Schefter already talking about, it's more than official. Adam Schefter to me is kind of like Adrian Wojnarowski in the NBA. His word is bond. So if it's true, then it's true. He did say that he was leaving the Patriots today, and that was a good run they had. And I know a lot of people are panicking, but I know my brother Phil has a whole nother perspective about this. So I'm gonna let him take the floor. I'm gonna let him take the floor.
Hold on. This is before you do that, Phil. He has a whole different perspective on the Patriots that I respect personally.
He really does. He's not one of these bandwagon fans.
You want the truth about the Patriots? Phil is the guy.
He is not a bandwagon fan. He will tell you like it is. So go ahead, Phil. The floor is yours, man.
Much to a lot of people's dismay. But you know me, I'm gonna say it like it is. About damn time. It was time to rebuild. I mean, how long did you expect him? How long did you expect this ride to last? The man gave you everything he had. So if he wants to play elsewhere, good luck to him. I appreciate everything he did for New England. I appreciate the championships he's bought, the passion, the heart. I appreciate all that. But I really could not sit another season and say Brady's the starting quarterback at that age, as good as he is at that age, and what they're trying to do. That team is not young at all. It's time to rebuild. Every team has to rebuild at some point. To think that this guy was going to play till he was 197, you got to be stupid.
Right. Fact. Big
like
fact.
Seriously, you could not have expected that. Now I'm one of the very few to think he still has a little bit left in the tank that he can offer. I'm not saying he's a threat throwing it deep. His arm is not the same. He's not the same player. He's gotten older. Father Time has finally started to catch up to some of these players, especially himself and Drew Brees as well. So hats off to him for going somewhere else. Hats off to him for letting New England rebuild, because it was time. It was time. I mean, all these years of always being in the thick of things, always being crowned the AFC's just top team year in and year out. At some point, it was going to come to an end. And it has, and that's just perfectly fine by me. I'm not one of those guys that's going to say, "Oh, well, the hell with Brady. He left. He should have finished his career in New England." That's stupid and selfish me on that point. First of all, the man gave you everything he had. 6th round pick, came in, won championships, MVPs, you name it. He's done it. So foolish of me and selfish of me to want him to stay there. If he's not happy there, if he wasn't happy, if he felt like he can win elsewhere, he had all that right to leave New England without any hate. Anybody that is hating at this point, you're just stupid, because at this point you should be thanking and congratulating the man for even putting you in a position to be this far. And I mean, come on, it was time to rebuild. Hell, at this point, go ahead and throw Bill Belichick away too. Hey, it's time. I want a full rebuild. Throw him in the team. So I mean,
oh man.
Hey man, like I said, if y'all don't want the truth, do not listen to the show. Do not listen to the show.
Truth,
it's
man.
True. Do not listen to the show. But my question to you fellas, all y'all. So with Brady expected to sign with Tampa tomorrow, where does that put Jameis?
On the bench.
That's what I mean. Is he going to be on the bench, or is they going to outright tell him, pack his bag and tell him to go, to kick him to the curb?
Me personally, Let him stay. Let him learn from Tom Brady. Let him
Yeah.
learn from a veteran. That's the only. I mean, that's one of the better teachers you can have. That's like anybody who played behind Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Learn a lot of knowledge in that game, a lot of knowledge in that brain and body of his. Just learn. Watch him, study him, look what he does, look at what he does, the throws he makes, especially the throws when you come to Winston. Especially the throws. Look at, I mean,
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
he needs his own 30 for 30 special, like literally, like for real.
But look at his throws, but to the right team.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, Phil, I want to ask you this too. So where does New England go from here now that Brady's gone? Where do they go? Where do they start?
We'll just start. Hey, you lost your I dare say heart and soul of the team. You lost your captain. You lost my quarterback. It's a business. Move on. Start to rebuild. Start throwing trades out if you have to. Start developing these first round picks because you're bound to get them anyway. Because I don't see them being this 13-3, 14-2 team for a while. So you should start to rebuild. Do the right things. Robert Kraft, like I said, you got to rebuild now. Like, hey, like I said, stupid and foolish me to think that this was gonna last forever. And I always said that. Like I'm looking forward to a rebuilding with this team, like rebuilding all the way through. Now that Brady's gone, I doubt that a lot of people will stay who were 1 year contracts and free agency. With that, I doubt anyone else will stay on that receiving end. I don't think a lot will. A lot of people will. So they just start to rebuild. True. Start to rebuild, and that's all you can do.
And you know, with the hooded one, the Patriots are very manipulative when it comes to draft time because they will stockpile draft pick after draft pick after draft pick. They will trade in and out of rounds and give up draft picks. One thing I can say about the Patriots, they are very good when it comes to the draft because they know how to manipulate. So, but here's another question for you. I was about to bring it up, Phil. Who you feel that's more important to the dynasty, Brady or Bill? Me personally, I think it's the hooded one. Brady was a good quarterback, but I got to go with the hooded one on that one.
I agree.
This is a great question. Everybody does say Bill. Some people say Brady. I'm not going to choose either. They complemented each other so good, very well.
Good answer.
And I just can't put one over the other. They complemented each other very well. They won together. They were in sync for a while until things started to break down. Yeah. But I can't choose. I can't choose between those two. They both mean so very, very much to that organization.
True. They did win a lot together. Like I said it before and I said it again. The Patriots were one of the most consistent teams in the league. Like even when Brady went out with that injury, they still went 10-6 and barely missed the playoffs. So that's why I think Bill is more important to the dynasty because even when he lost Brady, they still had a winning record. That's the point that sticks out for me. But they have been consistent over these years. So,
Boom, what do you think? Because
about what? About Tom Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick relationship.
I think the relationship was good. The only thing that I thought, my opinion, why he would want to leave or did leave is because him and the offensive coordinator didn't get along. You saw that on TV the last 3 years. You saw Tom Brady blow up on that offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You saw that on TV. And of course, they got their stuff, they got their shit together and started winning. But you saw the chemistry was tailing off. Right. And maybe after this past season, it had completely gone away because the offense wasn't moving. It was the defense that carried them into the playoff as deep in the playoff as they went. So I think the compliment, yes, Phil, I agree with you. They did compliment each other, but I think it was more Bill because Bill, and I have always said this, I said this all throughout the season, defense wins championships. And Bill is a defensive-minded person. So he will bring that group together for his defense, it's a plug and play. They lose one person, another person comes in and do that job. It's a revolving door on that defensive side over there. That defense is stout. With Bill there, is going to be stout. What's the corner's name? Gilmore?
Gilmore.
He's a rising star. So I mean, but any other like on the defensive line or even the linebackers, it's a revolving door. One person can cut it, they will plug and play. They will move some pieces around and make it work. Bill is good at that. Now the offensive side, I think that's where the dynasty kind of.
That's a lot of questions. A lot of questions got to be answered. Yeah, a lot of questions have to be asked. You know.
So and then we'll see with the new quarterback that they get, and then the coordinator that I have. We'll see if he can make it work with that quarterback. Maybe it was time for Brady to go. Now, if he doesn't make it work, that's
whole other can of worms. Yeah, another can of worms. That's a whole other story. But you know the old saying goes, "Winning cures everything." So that's how you just see the cracks in the dynasty. And whenever they get a crack in the dynasty, they win. But whenever some kind of controversy with New England, they win. And two things I want to say. Thanks for Sam correcting me. It was 11-5, not 10-6. They went 11-5. And two, Joe, I saw your statement about Colin Kaepernick. I'm just gonna say that won't happen unless you want to see the people of Boston riot. That will not happen. Kaepernick becoming a Patriot. That won't happen. As much as I would love to see it happen, that won't happen unless you want to see a full scale riot in Boston.
As I said before, I can't choose between the two. Like I said, they complement each other very, very well. We'll see what happens next season because I'm just saying, hypothetically, what if Tom Brady goes to the Bucs and just balls the hell out?
It's gonna be interesting. I ain't gonna lie.
It is going to be something to see. It's going to be something to see.
You know, as a football fan myself, I would love to see. I said it on my post earlier. Brady versus Breeze twice a year. Ryan versus Brady twice a year. Bridgewater versus Brady twice a year. It's gonna be real interesting. It really is gonna be interesting. Like
I know I'll be watching that.
I'm definitely gonna be watching.
I'll definitely be watching it. And as I told everybody, I'm a Patriots fan through and through, but I will be following this Tom Brady wherever he goes. I want to follow and see what he does. It's going to be interesting because to see, first of all, when you hear his name being called for another team. That's when you know, hey, it's real. It's real.
Yeah,
it's real. Seeing him in any other colors other than that blue, that red, and that white, that's gonna be something.
And you know the NFC South defense will be gunning for him.
Oh yeah.
We got to pay each other each team twice a year. Oh, they'll be gunning.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. What JR say on it? What JR used to say? Business is about to pick up real quick. It's about to pick up real quick. But with that being said, I'm gonna let Boom have the floor for a little bit because I want him to tell us what's going on. We're gonna let him start the show.
the lights going on.
The lights about to be bright. So you know what that means when Boom starts to get in his mode. We're gonna talk about these Cowboys. The Cowboys made a couple moves. A lot of people came. Some people got signed. Some people left. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let Boom take this part. So, yep. So Boom, it's on you, man. It's on you, dog. The floor is yours. About to stay with Cowboys.
All right, Dallas Cowboys. The biggest question of all entering last year, right? Will Dak get his contract? Well, he got franchise tag, so that tells you about the damn contract. They offered. I mean, they offered him to me. My opinion, everyone can disagree. They offered him a very good contract, a $34 million a year contract, $100 and something million.
It was like 140, 150 million.
Yeah, 140, 150 million dollar contract. What was it? The 4-year extension?
It was a 4 year. Yeah, it was 4 years. It was 4 years. 4 years.
I think that was a nice contract that was placed in front of him, and he and his team said, "Nah." Like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you understand that your success has relied heavily
And
Hey,
he's
man.
off and running. He is off and running.
Oh man.
He has to realize that his success came from the running game and that offensive line. There were plenty of plays where he could have taken off and ran the ball because there was no one down the sideline or no one, wherever he rolled out to. But instead, he rolled out or spun into the defensive lineman to get a sack or lose the ball. So he needs to understand that, yeah, you want your money. I understand that Goff, reset the contract. Carson Wentz reset the contract. And, all these new contracts that are coming in is going to be resetting. And, and it's giving him more leverage for the contract. So I understand that he's going to get his money. There's no stopping it. But as a player, if you are a team player and you know that it takes the team to win a championship, why not be a friendly contract? Have cap left over, because what if you go down, or what if someone else goes down on the team and they don't have no damn money to sign somebody?
Yep.
So with that, but with me, on that situation, that's my take. He should have taken that, left some capital space left over, and say, just in case something happened. And now something did happen, right?
Oh boy.
Amari Cooper got his money. It says he will sign the $100 million 5 years. Yay. I'm all for that. He deserves it. I know things didn't end well with him and the Raiders, but he deserves this contract for what he has done with the routes that he runs. It's second to, it's one of the best. Everyone has said it. Jerry Rice has said it. Dion has said it, that when he runs his routes within that 1 yard, he gets there's so much separation where he's open.
I think Amari Cooper was in the top 5 this past season for as far as the separation yardage. I think he was top 5 behind Julio.
Yeah,
behind Julio.
I think the average separation was like 3 point something yards. It was
like 3.4, I think.
Yeah, 3.4 average yards of separation. I mean, come on. Yeah, he deserves that contract.
Yeah. And I got a question for you. There's a question for you, Boom. You might want to ask this from Patrick. He said, why didn't his teammates take less than? I'm tired of Dak should take less. So what's your thoughts on that?
His teammates take less. But, hey, again, it goes back to other players from other teams taking that big old contract and resetting the game.
True.
So no matter what, can I help you?
Pay that man.
Oh man! Oh my God!
It's lit.
But
it's lit.
It's a reset. It's a market reset. So
True.
There's nothing that can be done. Hey, Todd Gurley got his contract. Who got the contract next? Zeke. And now Zeke got his contract. Who's gonna get the contract next? Saquon Barkley and Giants.
And even before Todd Gurley, Devontae Freeman, we paid Devontae Freeman his money, so it's set the precedent for the market.
So yeah, it's a constant reset, and that constant reset always going to be the previous contract. So whatever the reset is going to happen is going to reset. So why didn't the players take money? Hey, if I'm going to be playing in the NFL, I want the most money I can get. I'm going to use other players.
Yes.
I'm going to use all these contracts as leverage. Like, no, he got paid this much. I'm better than him.
Right. So just from that, it's going to reset. You're going to get your money. So,
but with Dak's situation, it's unique. It's not just him being signed. We have to sign other players around him. Because now, for example, what if they gave him max money? What if they gave Dak Prescott max money? Will we have enough money to sign Amari Cooper like we just did?
No.
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 Are we gonna go and plus you have to think about the draft too. You have to sign those draft players, especially the first rounders. You have to sign them. Whatever they get drafted, you have to sign them too. Now you give him max money. You can't sign other players. You can't re-sign the people that were on your team. They're gonna walk.
You're gonna have to cut good players. You're gonna have to cut.
Exactly. So now you have to. Now Dak is gonna be back there with 4 or 5 bricks trucks full of money, but no one to throw to.
Right. But
exactly.
I look at it like this, and I agree with what you're saying, boo. And you know me, everybody knows me. I'm strictly pro player. Get everything you're owed. Do I think Dak is worth the max? Absolutely not. But he's going to get it. Eventually, he's going to get it.
Yes.
And Patrick is not the fact that he's trying to reset the market. The market's going to be set when he gets his deal.
The market is the market.
Because guess what happens after Dak sets the market? Guess who's next? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. They're next. And I already said,
them two will get paid.
I already said that Patrick Mahomes will be the first $200 million player. I already said it. I said he's going to get paid $200 million off the rip. He's going to be the first $200 million player. Lamar Jackson, I said maybe 160, 170, but Patrick Mahomes will get paid. But consider the fact that he's already did enough at his age now, already what he's done. He's going to set the precedent on the market. It's not the fact it's the length of the deal. It's the market. No matter how good or bad a player is, when they want to pay you, they're going to pay you the market value. That's why franchise tags are set at a precedent because they're going off an average of the 5 highest paid players in said position. So with that getting $33 million, that's the precedent. Now, when he goes and gets his deal, I already said he's going to go anywhere. He's going to pull anywhere between 38 and 40 because of the market. The market's going to dictate that. It's not the length. It's not the length of the deal. It's the market. The market says everything.
In my opinion, is 40 mil will be the mark where he signs. And Patrick should I ask Zeke or Tank to give some money back? Well, they did. They restructured the contract to sign Amari.
Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, I think when Julio got his deal, there was a lot of restructuring going around. So it happened. And Patrick, you're right. He's not setting the market. But he will when he get his deal. He is going to set the mark. He will be close to the top as far as
another thing. I think
he will be.
I think what Boom is alluding to, I think it's unique to a degree, and this is one of the reasons why I was so pro give quarterbacks their money is because the Falcons were in a unique situation with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Like Matt Ryan, he got his contract and he restructured his deal so Julio could get his bread. Like this is what teammates are supposed to do. It's cool to get your money, but you can't pretend as though like you are the reason why the Dallas Cowboys moved. Like no, there's an offensive line you have to pay. There's a defensive line. There's a running back. There's receivers. Hell, there's even coaches. Mm-hmm. These players work together. So I love it when players get their money, but let's not forget this is a collaborative effort. This is a team. All right. And this is why I say when I looked at that deal with Dakota and I said, why exactly did you try? Like you're not the main guy on that team. Like it'll be a different story if it was just okay. It would be a different story if it was Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? You look at him, it's just him and Hopkins. That's pretty much it on the offensive side of the ball. So if those guys
Hopkins their money, if they
wanted to get and if they wanted to get their money, I wouldn't have a problem with Watson because those were the guys on the offensive side of the ball. And it's not like that with that. So that's why I'm like, okay, why did you turn it down? Like you got Tyron, you got that offensive line, you got good receivers, you got a good defense. So why exactly did you turn it down? I mean, you're gonna it's the Tom Brady thing. It's the Tom Brady thing over and over again. I always give Tom Brady credit because he could have took the Patriots for every fucking thing that they got, but he didn't do that. He understood this as a business. Like if he was going to continue to play and continue to win championships, he could not use that as leverage. and he did to a certain degree before, but he could have got at least he could have been the first $50 million fucking quarterback if Tom Brady wanted to. He's the most popular fucking quarterback of all time. You tell me Tom Brady couldn't got $40-50 million? He could have easily done that.
Right. Exactly. And it's go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, and there's one thing that Boom said, and I always said this on the show. I am for players getting money, but from a business standpoint, I'm not giving you that much money when I know there's other guys that have to be signed. Mm-hmm. Someone is going to have to take a sacrifice. Someone's got to take that cut. If it's for the betterment of the team, if it's for winning championships, you'll get your money in the long run. But for right now, I got to look towards the future as well. Because if I give you all that money, the pieces that we have to win a championship, I may not have those pieces come next season because I've overpaid you. The contract that he was offered, man, I'd have signed that contract with my big toe. There's no way in hell I'd have turned down that contract. So at that point in time, when I saw that he turned that down, I was like, okay, so you playing hardball. It's going to cost you.
He want money.
You got tagged. Now you're tagged.
He got tagged.
So, oh my God, LaDonna.
Somebody get her.
Hey, don't look at me because I'll get stabbed if I go over there.
Oh, man. And I'm letting you know now, I ain't seen nothing. I'm telling you that right now. I ain't seen nothing.
but see, I understand what you're saying. And then, yes, Patrick, I agree with you. He did reset the QB market. Tom Brady did reset the QB market. But guess what? They still won. They were still winning. You could have put me out there and played wide receiver, and I was guaranteed going to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look,
I'll wear that ring sitting on the bench. Yeah, I got a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got a Super Bowl ring. I mean, look at like Corey. Everybody, remember back in the day? Do y'all remember back in the day where a lot of these old players would go to the Patriots because they was guaranteed to win a Corey Dillon, Washington, Vince Wilfork, Chad Johnson, all these guys because they knew they was gonna win. Darrell Revis, he went there because he got him another Super Bowl going there. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Browner, another guy. So, did I say that Dak deserves to get paid? Absolutely, he should get paid. But at the same time, do I feel that he's the top 5 quarterback pay wise?
Nope.
Absolutely
not.
Nope.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
And that's just my opinion. Now, if he comes out of balls out this season, okay, cool. I'll eat my crow then. But right now, I don't feel he's a top 5 quarterback salary wise. I don't. I really don't feel that way. And then somebody asked also that how much because remember Tannehill did get re-signed, and that pretty much sent Mariota to the Raiders in Tennessee. I think he got $30 million guaranteed. So I mean, some people know when to sign, and some people know when to fold them and when to hold them. So
let me take care of this. Let me take care of this one right here. I got to take care of this right here.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Matt and Julio, the reason why we're in cap hell. I gotta address this because like this irritated the hell out of me. That's not the reason why the Falcons are in cap hell. We just saw the reason why. 2 reasons why we are in cap hell. That guy is Desmond Trufant, and I love Trufant. Everybody know I'm a Trufant guy, but that was a $68 million contract for a guy that was often injured. And he was good when he played, but even in the Super Bowl year, guess what Trufant was? On IR. This past season, he played well when he was on the field, but he was often injured. Same thing with Devontae Freeman, $40 million. You gave this guy $40 million. Guess what he was? After the Super Bowl, during the Super Bowl. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This guy was injured. So when you have these contracts with Freeman, you have the contract with Trufant, and then now you have another issue with Keanu O'Neal. His contract is going to be coming real soon.
That is going to be so complicated,
and that's going to be complicated.
Because on one end, I want him to stay, but on the other end, he had two major injuries, so it's kind of like one of those. It's delicate. It's real delicate.
And it's delicate, and this is the reason why. That's why I say you can't just look at oh, he got $150 million, but
You gotta look at
also
you gotta look at the guaranteed
you
money.
gotta look
As
at the
much as getting the
guaranteed money. The guaranteed money, the way contracts are structured, are only for the most part only the first 2 years, the first 3 years or so.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So these guys are getting $4 million guaranteed in the first 2 to 3 years. And then after those 3 years, that's where you see guys like Desmond Trufant being traded. That's where you see Freeman being traded. That's why you're seeing Deshaun, not Deshaun, but
Beasley
Hopkins,
gone.
Beasley
Yeah.
going, like
Beasley
Vic
gone.
Beasley. Like that's at least over $200 million in players alone that are not with this team.
True.
And it's not Julio Jones' fault. It's not a quarterback. It's not just, you look at Dallas. You got to look at everybody, how you paid everybody else. So you can play two players whatever you want. But it's $198 million on the contract, on the salary cap. You got to spread that around. So if you don't spread the money around and do it and develop players the right way, yeah, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones contract is going to look a lot worse because you didn't develop your players the correct way. So it's a lot, bro. There's a lot going into this playing contract. You can't just look at the contract and say, "Oh, this dude is getting paid." Look, you wouldn't have to pay Matt Ryan $150 million or Julio Jones if you develop players the correct way. If you develop your wide receivers, and if you develop a wide receiver, and let's just say Calvin Ridley comes in the next year and outshines Julio Jones. He becomes the biggest fucking star at wide receiver in the league. Let's just say that. Do you think the Falcons are going to sit on their hands and just say, "Oh, damn, I'm going to pay Julio $60 million guarantee. I'm going to pay Calvin Ridley"?
You know what they're going to do? If it came down to that, they would dangle Julio in front of teams.
Bam.
Because teams will, because they were talking about it on Twitter that they were trending that Julio might get traded. So I mean, and you saw it, and you know what? And I'm glad you brought that up as well, because you see these stars now getting traded in their prime. Khalil Mack got traded. You know, Mack got traded. You know what I'm saying? Who was another one that got traded? Well, AJ Green was supposed to get traded, but they franchised him as well. You see a lot of these star players getting traded. Matter of fact, the guy from San Francisco, Buckner, he just got traded to the Colts, and he's getting $21 million a year. So
it's all about player development. It's all about player development. If you're giving these guys so much money, then your player development absolutely is shit. Yeah. Let's just be real.
Hold on, Mike. I want to bring this up. He said they would never trade Julio. Well, we never expected the Texans to trade DeAndre Hopkins, and you saw what happened.
Exactly.
So you saw what happened.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's one thing about free agency. Anything can happen. Like I said, nobody expected DeAndre Hopkins to be a Cardinal. I didn't. I certainly didn't.
I didn't.
I definitely. Anybody thought that he was gonna get traded? Anybody?
No.
Nobody.
That was the first. The Tom Brady going to another team had more of a percentage, a winning percentage than him going. So I did not expect that. If he did trade Julio, hey, I would not. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't, because just like the Texans did, they thought they couldn't afford to keep DeAndre. That's why they traded him. And yes, we know that DeAndre's not Julio, but he's damn near close. He's like 1B right now. Julio's 1A and he's 1B right now. So yeah, pretty much. And then also, I do want to elaborate what Mike said about your player development, but also you got to factor in the money and the front office too. Front office are just as guilty too as well. They have a lot of things that they are capable of. Because trust me, it's been many times I yelled at Dimitrov for doing something crazy. I yelled at him plenty of times. And my homeboy, who's a Bears fan, they are ineptitude. Their front office is full of ineptitude because he would never forgive the front office for trading up to get Mitch Trubisky when they could have stayed back and could have got either Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. So front office is just as guilty of doing this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. And even Brian said himself, everyone and anyone is expendable. It's a business. That's fact. That's why
That's why I'm strictly pro player. Get everything you owe, just like with Dak. Do I feel that? You know what I'm saying? Dak deserves his money, absolutely, because I want you to get everything you can. But it's just my opinion. I don't sign the check. I don't sign the check. I don't hand out the money. That's not my business. But I'm just going off opinion like everybody else. And then also, what's the name brought up he brought up a question too as well. With Teddy Bridgewater signing with Carolina, there is pretty much a foregone conclusion that Cam Newton's leaving Carolina. Where will he land? Me personally, the team I just talked about, the Bears. I think the Bears are going to try to make a run at him because I think the Mitch Trubisky era is over in Chicago. I know they're gonna.
What era? What era? What era?
Well, okay. I think you know what? Wait. I take that back. I take that back. The Mitch era.
You call half a season era?
That's why I mean, let me take it back.
Then a whole full season is a dynasty.
But I'm saying, Dre, when you said era, when you say eras, you think of Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Drew Brees. Those are eras. We're talking about somebody.
Okay, the era I'm talking about is ERROR, the Mitch error that they did. That one, okay?
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
That one. The ERROR.
I thought you was like era as in like longevity and dynasty building. Like I was like, hold on, player, hold chief.
Y'all see how
hold on, chief.
Y'all see how they jumped on me? They wouldn't even let me finish the joke. They wouldn't even let me finish the joke. But
hold on, chief.
But no, I really think that the Mitch Trubisky era is over. And I really think that if Cam Newton was to leave Carolina, which it looks like at this point, I see him going to Chicago. Chicago is the only place I could think of. Maybe Denver, but I think they just signed somebody. I don't see them. Who do y'all think? Where y'all think Cam will go?
I think he'll be a backup. I'd be a backup. I don't see a team that want a beat up running quarterback. Maybe Baltimore for a backup quarterback, but I don't trust Cam at this age and his many injuries. Like he just missed the whole entire season with a messed up shoulder. So like, let's be real.
Or another one, or the Chargers, because Phillip Rivers is in Indianapolis now, so maybe the Chargers is another option too.
Those were the two that I was gonna say, either Chicago or Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers. I think the Chargers might, because consider the fact that nobody really goes to their games. They need somebody with a name.
Even then, I don't think he's gonna pull the audience. I don't think he's gonna pull fans.
Well, LA's one of those ficky towns.
But they're going to the Rams games.
Yeah, the Rams. Yeah, but the Chargers. I mean, they made the first mistake they made was leaving from San Diego. They should have stayed where they were at. They should stay where they were at.
Well, that was mandated by the commissioner, wasn't it?
No, the cheap ass owner was trying to move there because he was mad because he didn't get a stadium.
I mean, come on,
I
dog.
thought it was mandated by the commissioner.
If you're gonna move somewhere like that, you got to make sure your team is winning and people are intrigued to want to watch your team. Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
And then the fact of the matter, I think the only one that was mandated by the commissioner was the whole LA, the Rams leaving St. Louis and going to LA. That's a whole different story by itself. So, but I think the reason why they moved is because the owner of the Chargers wanted a new stadium, and the city of San Diego said, "Nah, we ain't paying for no stadium." So he's like, "All right, fuck it, I'll move to LA."
And now he's stuck in with
how's that working out for him?
What being second fiddle? That's what's working out to be second fiddle.
I mean,
I can't even say second fiddle. I'd rather go watch I'll go watch a Los Angeles Sparks game before I watch them. I mean, and that's no knock, to women's professional basketball because those girls ball. But I'd rather go there than to watch that. So I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. But it's the fact of the matter is that they are getting a new stadium, even though they got to play second fiddle again because now they have to share it with the Rams. So I mean, that's the only good news they got out of it. Yeah. But as far as I know, that's where I think Cam either be a Bear or he'll be a Charger, either one.
Or like you said, he could stay and be a backup.
Or stay and be a backup. But I think one of you guys brought it up, or I think somebody on the chat line brought it up. He's in the same position as Jameis. you've been a starter for so long, and now all of a sudden you have to be a backup. Sometimes that kind of fucks with you in a way a little bit.
Hey, maybe they'll get you to be like, hey, I can be better and start proving your game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's one
true,
thing I
true,
like.
true.
That's one thing I say. Like that should light a fire under him. That
Yeah.
I went from being a starter to a backup player. I got to
Damn.
improve my game at some point in
True.
time.
True
Just,
indeed.
just,
So I mean, that
just
should light a fire under anyone. Like I don't see any. If you were a starting quarterback for so many years with a team,
Mhm.
you've gotten all this money, you got the fame behind your name. People know who you are. He's an MVP winning. He had
Yeah.
an MVP
He won
behind his
MVP,
name.
and he
And the
led to
thing
the Super
about it
Bowl.
is, and you got him to the Super Bowl.
And he got to the
And
Super Bowl.
after that, there was absolutely nothing. Now that you're being replaced,
Mhm.
I don't see it had to light a fire under you, dog.
has
It
to.
had to put some.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
had to
You
put
got a
some
point there,
type of
yeah.
pressure on you, where you've got to show some type of heart. You got to show some type of something that you want to get better. Show
True.
teams that you're actually capable of doing what you did before.
Mhm.
Now,
And not going on social media and crying about, I didn't
But-
want to leave.
But you know
I-
what? I do have a question for you guys because we did talk about David Johnston and the injuries playing a part of him declining. Can we say the same about Cam Newton? Because he did get injured. So can we say the same thing about Cam?
But then you can also say the same thing about Teddy Bridgewater. He
True,
shattered
yeah,
his leg,
absolutely, yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then he came in when
And he balled,
Breeze
and
went down.
He
He
worked
balled
out.
out.
He
And he
worked on his
balled.
game.
Was
Right.
it
He balled.
6 games, and he went 5-1,
Mhm.
right.
right? I think. So
And a lot of
no,
teams
wait.
and a lot of people had them dead in the water once that happened. They didn't
exactly.
think Teddy would come in
Or
and
did he
be
go 6-0?
productive like he
He
was.
didn't lose. Teddy didn't lose a game for the Saints.
So he went
undefeated.
6-0 when Breeze
He
was
went
out.
6-0.
Look,
Yeah, he didn't lose
so-
a game.
so a player see, like, and it goes back to what I said before, right? How does a player come back from an injury, a devastating injury like Bridgewater had, right? Because
Yeah.
when he went down, everyone said, "All right, that's it. That's
Yeah.
his,
I
that's his
said it
career,
myself. I said it myself.
right?"
I said it
And
myself.
then he come out and be a backup to Drew Brees. He learned from Drew Brees.
Mhm.
He managed those 6 games without Brees, and he went
Mhm.
6-0.
Yeah.
Now, again, the same question that needs to be asked about Cam, like what you said.
Mhm.
How does he come back from an injury? And now, not only come back from injury, but be a backup, like Teddy was.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then, but with Cam, I think it's gonna mess with his head a little bit more than what how it affected Teddy.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how he handles himself coming back from injury, being a potentially a backup,
Mhm.
and show what he's worth outside of being a starter.
Right. And then also another question to you guys is that also the Panthers did request, they did allow Cam to seek a trade. So I mean, it's a lot of parts in this whole story.
No, ain't a damn thing out there for them. They just doing that. They know damn well so they can look better to their fans to say, what I'm saying, at least we gave them the option to go to
Honestly, Mike,
Yes.
it's the same way with when they let Steve Smith go. They were just like, "Oh, it's good for the team," type thing. Yeah. But me personally, I do. Even though he plays for a rival, I do want to see Cam do good. And for everybody out there that's saying that the Falcons should sign Cam Newton, shut the fuck up now, please. Thank you.
Look,
Thank you.
let me tell you. Hey, let me
Okay.
tell you something, dog.
Hey.
I know he's from Atlanta. I know he's from Atlanta, but come on, stop the madness. Stop the fucking madness, please.
Come on,
We need
dog.
to get back on track because the boom moment.
Go ahead, dog. It's on you. Go ahead, man. It's on you,
it-
man.
It needs to hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me
man.
get back in it. Let me get back in it.
Hey,
Let me get back in it.
we bringing it back. We bringing it back. We bringing
All
it back. Go ahead.
So we trailed off signing Amari,
Yeah.
and then Byron Jones went to Miami. Good riddance. Bye.
He got paid too.
Yeah.
Paid.
What?
He
Okay.
got
Hey,
paid.
hey, Dre, Mike, Phil, we can get paid too because look at the stats on Byron Jones.
Hey, look.
I was waiting for that.
I will say
Well,
this. This is all I want to say. This is all I want to say, and I'm gonna let you finish. Boom. This is all I want to say. It's the market, and Miami is desperate right now. They're desperate right now because
but I mean, how desperate do you gotta be to pay a man who has 2 interceptions in 5 years?
for the same reason they gave Flowers $30 million. You know he can't block worth of shit.
But he has 2 interceptions, 0 sacks, and 79 assists on tackles in 5 years. There are cornerbacks who get 60, 70 assist tackles in one season.
In one season.
So him going somewhere elsewhere and getting paid, hey, good riddance, goodbye. Because obviously we ain't gonna miss much.
Yes, Sam. Thank you. This is why I'm not worried about because this is what happened. They gave Eric Flowers $30 million. We know that man can't block worth shit. That man is trash. T, capital R, capital A, capital S, capital H. You know what I'm saying? He is total trash. Total trash.
Hey,
this is what happened. And then Meeks, I'm glad you said this. This is why you see a lot of these. This is why you see a lot of these free agents getting paid. We all know, Mike. We said it before. Overspend. This is what, especially when you got teams that got like $1,200,000 million in salary cap space. They go outside these players because they have the money to do so. And then sometimes you get at the point where you see a player that gets $50-60 million. You be like, how? He was trash on his last team. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but like I said before, hey players, me personally, if I was a player and somebody offered me $60 million guarantee, shit, I'm gonna show you how.
I mean, I'm not gonna turn it down. I don't give a if you're stupid enough to put that money in my face, I'll sign that contract with my big toe.
I'm not care. I'm trying to tell you. Look at that. Look, Tannehill got $100 million for handing the ball off to Henry. Like hell, hey, shit, give me $100 million. I'm gonna hand the ball off to Henry too.
But I do have to say this about Byron Jones. He is reliable. In the 80 games that he has played, he has missed 1 game.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll give that to him. But his other stats, they don't look so good.
So basically the Dolphins are paying $80 million for 2 picks. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying right now.
Yes.
Damn.
And 79 assist tackles over 5 years.
Wow.
Damn. Hey man, get your money, man. That's all I can say. Get your money, man. That's all I'm saying here. That's all I'm saying.
Like Cat Williams said, get your paper, boo boo.
I'm trying to say,
let me go ahead and put my cleats back on and sign a contract like God.
Shoot, I'm about to call up the Flowery Branch. Hey man, y'all need a fifth string backup cornerback with bad knees. I get the $400,000, $600,000 contract.
Hey, we can get the veteran minimum. What was it?
I'm trying to tell you, it's like
was it 900,000?
Shit, hey man, hell no! I get on the practice squad. They pay $500,000. I play practice squad.
Boom, and you get paid to work out.
And you get paid, and you don't have to play on Sunday, so you can kick your feet up at your house.
At the house, I'll be kicking my feet up. I'm a sideline, be like, yeah. And then you need me to go in? No, I'm on the practice squad, player.
And you know the funny thing about it is, they don't have to. If you're like, I think this is what somebody said about Tom Brady and Jones. Florida don't have state taxes, so they get all that. They get all that shit, all of it. He's balling.
So earlier I said about defense wins championships, right? When we're talking about Tom Brady and Patriots and Bill. Who the fuck do we have left on the fucking defense?
Yeah, because he's gone. He's gone.
Who? What'd you say?
He's gone.
So Jeff, he's gone. He was our safety. Right? Now we need a safety.
Quinn is gone. Robert Quinn.
Now wait, hold on. Quinn left too?
Yes, Quinn signed with the Bears.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh damn!
He signed with the Bears, $70 million for 5 years. Now look, we don't.
I missed that one.
Are you serious?
I have said this today, I guess.
Today.
So now look, I have always said it. I even said it during the season. Defense wins championships, right? Defense wins games. Defense gets you where you want to go. And defense, if you watched our show, I have always said after every fucking game, except for one game, I have said it. I have said it every week. Our defense fucking sucks. Our defensive line can't get no pressure on the quarterback. They can't stop the fucking run. Now we don't have Robert Quinn, like we just stated. He's in Chicago.
So Quinn, he was y'all leading sack guy, right? I think he got like what 10, 11 sacks with y'all.
I think he got 10.
I think he got 10. I know he did. I know he did more. I know he did more than that $90 million guy in the middle. And I know LeDon about to cuss me out for saying that.
Don't you mention his fucking name? Don't you fucking mention it? Don't you fucking say? Don't you say his name? Don't you say his name? Don't you say his number? You see this? Don't you see that?
Oh man.
As soon as I said it, BFF, you know I love
hand rubbing and all, dog.
Robert Quinn got 11 and a half sacks. 11 and a half.
Yeah, and how many did the $90 million have? 0.5, 1, 2.
He had 5 the whole fucking season.
5.
Oh man.
So Mike, you know what I'm going with this? You know where I'm going with this, Mike. So you telling me that Vic Beasley, who I really screamed at a lot, had more sacks than a $90 million man? He did? Yes. Oh man.
Did you not pay? Do you not pay attention? What the fuck?
I'm listening.
I was about it. Where the fuck was he? He said he was gonna bring. No. He said, y'all remember doing the season? Do you remember during the season where he on Twitter he said, calm before the storm? What the fuck did you bring? You brought the damn mist. The mist.
It was a fucking, hey bro, it was a fucking drizzle, dog. It was a fucking drizzle, dog. It was a fucking drizzle. It was a mist. It was a mist. I got real tears, dog. I got real tears right now, bro. I got real fucking tears. Oh my god, this is why we put Boom on the show, because he's fucking real, dog.
Oh man,
I am fucking laughing right now.
He said he brought the mist.
Yes, he brought the mist. He brought the mist.
Oh shit!
Thank you.
Oh god.
Oh man.
But go ahead, bro. Going back to what you said, that was fucking that. Hey Mike, make sure you edit that and put that on the blooper. That is fucking gold. That was fucking gold right there. That was fucking gold. That was fucking gold right there.
So we have one side of the defensive line that don't do shit. You know, the person we just talked about. Then we have on the other side of the line who left to go to Chicago Bears, right? And then we have another defensive tackle that left to the Raiders, I think. Yeah.
Malik Collins. And your boy's gone too. Old ass Witten gone too.
Hey, Witten, just like you know what Tom Brady has done for their franchise. Hey, Witten, thank you for what you did for us. It's time to go, man. Because
hey, look.
I am not with. I'm not with it for you to run a 5-yard stop, turn around, catch, and get tackled right there. You can do that. I can probably do 3 because the job's short.
Hey, look what my brother-in-law put about Tank. Gusty winds, no storm.
No, it wasn't even gusty winds. It was the
shit. Hey, one more motherfucking time. I'm gonna swing all y'all motherfuckers.
Fuck Tank. Fuck Tank.
Motherfucking
hey, Dre.
What did I do? I have nothing to do with this.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Dre, Mike, Phil, listen.
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you.
You know those battery power fans, though you can spray the mist
Oh, dog.
That's what he brought.
Not the fan.
That's what he brought. That's what he brought.
Bruh, not the fan.
Oh, shit. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I am fucking
Hey,
done.
man, this is a great move, man. This is a great
This is awesome. This is fucking awesome. But go ahead, Boom, man. You got us fucking cracking up here, man. And I appreciate everybody on the chat line. They lighting up, bro. The chat line is lit up.
Oh my God.
Lit up.
So you got those defensive players gone, and now you have to sign these. You have to replace them. But who the fuck you gonna replace him with? Michael Jenkins he hit the market, but you know he gonna cost too much. But so I mean, now we're down to safety. We're down 2 defensive linemen, and well, obviously all of the defensive linemen because they can't do shit. They can't get pressure. So automatically, as of right now, our opponent's offense has. Their offensive line has already reached the second level of our defense. Has assists right now. There is nothing there. There's nothing.
It's nothing.
The opponent's offensive line are going to be playing against Casper until they get to the second level. Did you just hit me? Did you just punch me? Pow pow. Ow!
Oh, man, you got Tariq coming at you now, man.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's all because of Mama. Mama Bear over there sitting.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So I mean,
but
with all these defensive exits, we need to basically replenish all of our defense. Right, and there's another offensive position that I would like to see either replaced or draft someone that can replace Tyron Smith because Tyron Smith is on the downhill.
Oh, he is
the climb for real.
So whoever the quarterback is going to be, we're going to need a left tackle to either protect the blind side or the front side of that quarterback. Right. So I want that to be addressed as well.
So boom,
I got all this,
I got a question for you. Do the Cowboys have a first round pick this draft? I don't know. I'm not sure. Do they have a first round pick?
I don't think we do. Because
Lord, somebody tell Ladonna just jump on the damn show, okay?
She will. There she goes.
Oh yeah. My Lord.
Do y'all have a number one pick? Do y'all have a number one draft pick this year?
Right after you guys.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, because we didn't make the playoffs, so it helped.
Okay. So we'll see about that. But go ahead, Boom. I'm gonna let you finish, man, because you've been on the roll tonight. This has been the funniest show that Red Cup Rants has had. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish, bro, because you was on the roll tonight.
So with our offense, taking shape, taking form, I am sad that we lost Randall Cobb. I'm not sure if did we resign.
Wait, hold on. Where did Randall Cobb go?
He went to Texans.
For 3 years. 3 years, 3 year deal.
So you're telling me the Texans let go of DeAndre Hopkins and they went and got, you know what? Go ahead, Boom. I only, that's a whole different, I just don't understand that, but go ahead, Boom. Go ahead.
With the offense taking shape, with key players, player, with the signing of Amari, and then franchising Dak, that deal will get done before the season starts. No matter, it's gonna be ridiculous amount. It's gonna reset. Tavon Austin.
Technically, he hasn't.
No announcement on Tavon Austin. So I mean, with our offense, in pretty decent shape because not only do we have Amara, we got Gallup who's developing, who did excellent.
I like Gallup. Gallup is good. I like Gallup.
Who did excellent last year, and then not only that, we our line is coming back healthier because we had a player come back.
What's the running back?
Zeke?
I forget the backup running back. Running back. I forget his name.
Pollard. Tony Pollard.
Pollard.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, so I mean, with the offense, as in good of a shape as it is, our defense has been, because I was telling Brian earlier in a group chat, our defense went from shit to horrendously shit.
You know what? It reminds me of the Falcons. It reminds me of the mistake the Falcons made.
Man, look.
We were historically great in 2016, so we thought the offense was going to carry us, and the defense completely bombed on us. And I don't think Dallas. I'm telling you right now, from a Falcons fan perspective, you don't want to go down that road, dog. That's a road.
Hey, look,
and unfortunately, that's the road that is going down on, because our defense is completely dismantled. So right now,
y'all let everybody go. Everybody pretty much gone, right? Who's left?
Yeah,
who's left on the Cowboys defense?
We have Van Der Esch, who we don't even know if he's going to be healthy enough to even play.
Sean Lee's back. I heard Sean Lee's back.
Sean Lee is re-signed, but I think we signed him just because Van Der Esch's availability.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Smith.
And then we have Jalen Smith, who from the year before to the last year somehow lost 2 steps because he was getting burned by tight ends.
That Chicago game, I saw it.
Oh my God!
That Chicago game, he was getting
not even the Chicago game. You can go look at the Eagles game at Philly at Lincoln Financial.
And someone tell Sean Gomes, just because his name is spelled that way, that's not how our Sean Lee spells his name. Thanks. Go ahead.
Oh Lord Jesus, here she comes.
She's so damn petty.
Super petty.
So as it stands, our team needs is mostly on the defense. We need a safety. We need a corner. We need a few defensive tackles. We need pressure up the middle.
We need Jesus.
So LD and boom, this is for y'all. This is for Meeks. He's a fellow Cowboys fan. How y'all feel about that statement right there?
That statement, I don't think it was true to begin with. Because last year, again, on paper, it was great. But I even said in the preseason, when we started doing our show during the preseason, all 4 games, every week, I have said it. If you don't believe me, you can go on YouTube and watch our show.
I got it.
Go watch just the preseasons that we did. Just the preseason. I have always said our defense looks slow. Our defense can't get pressure.
Yeah,
I have always said it. So that statement right there is bullshit. On paper, it looked great, but looking and seeing them play, they were out of sync the whole fucking season. Like I said, fucking number 90 brought the mist, kept bringing the mist. And then
friend about to be.
Listen. That damn mist is killing me right now.
Listen, eyeball in 2 seconds.
Go ahead, Bo.
Listen to this. Remember, I said the whole season, except for one game where the defense played like shit. That one game that we played great was against the Rams.
I was going to say the Rams. I said the Rams.
Now, hear me out. Guess who still didn't show up in that game when the defense played excellent?
Don't say tank. Don't say missed.
Missed. The only game that he played great in, or I wouldn't say great, played good in, was against the Eagles here at home.
I remember that game. He caused the fumble. He caused the fumble recovery. Yeah, I remember he caused the fumble.
That was it.
So my question to you is this, and I know LeBron's probably gonna slap the shit out of me when I see her. Do you think that DeMarcus Lawrence is worth $90 million?
No, he's back. No.
Nephew said you gotta stop talking about Tank.
That's because Mama sent Mama sent his to send her his hitman.
Yeah.
The hitman.
But do I really think he's worth $90 million last year? He wasn't worth it last season, even though I love him to death.
And he ain't gonna worth it. He's not gonna be worth it this season.
Yes, he will be, because we ain't got no choice. We ain't got no choice this season.
This is the thing right here. This is what boggles the mind with me. when people say that, and it's cool, but when we say the same thing about Dak, now everybody wants to get pissed about it. That's the crazy part. That's the real crazy part. It's the real crazy part here. Now, do I think he needs to get paid? Yes, but we all know Mike, Phil, Boom, LaDonna. We've seen players in the league get paid more than what they're worth.
Exactly.
Oh yes. Oh, yes.
Exactly. It's a lot. It's a lot of people that I can think
And
of.
how many?
right?
And how many times have we
Sam
seen?
Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Oh
Sam
no. The one the Vikings just signed to another fully guaranteed deal that plays quarterback
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. He just
Now,
signed
I know.
a
I know you
66
fucking lying.
66 million guaranteed. Another
Mhm.
yes. Yes.
Mhm.
and how
Yes.
many? And how many of those players that got paid showed up the next season? I'll wait, because Tank wasn't one of them, because he brought the mist.
It's a lot. It's a lot because I will say this. I will say this though. Even though he's not no longer with us and he's with the Titans now, he did kind of Vic Beasley did kind of show up at the end, but now he's with the Titans now. So I hope, me personally, I hope that
Goff and Wentz is the reason why we're in this mess in the first place. If Goff and
Exactly.
Wentz didn't get overpaid for their mediocre ass shitness, we would not be here. We would not be. My QB would not be asking for the amount of money that he shouldn't be getting.
can I say something? It goes way back with
It goes way back, but we're going.
back.
It goes way back, but we're going back from the last two. It goes back to the last two contracts, and it is Goff and Wentz. Let's not talk over here, fly Eagles fly, that your fucking QB is great because he's garbage.
This is true.
He's waiting, and I'm gonna tell you, Dak's stats are better than Goff and Wentz, and he shouldn't even get paid. He should not get paid.
She's not lying. She's not lying though. Matter of fact,
I love how passionate she is, because I am.
It is because look at the guys that are stealing checks right now. Garoppolo, Matt Stafford. Let
me talk. Let's talk about this real quick. Just because, hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Just because you family does not make it. You're not finna get these skibbity paps too. Your QB is no better than my QB. Look up the stats, boo boo. It's called Google. We could Google this all day. My QB might not have a ring, but your QB didn't even win the ring. So let's go there. Foles won that. Your QB got you there, but you couldn't even finish. You couldn't even finish. So let's go. So let's go sit down over here. Let's go sit down right here next to me, because your QB is nowhere near better. If you do not believe me, you can Google and say versus this versus this. He has better numbers stats wise than Wentz and Goff.
Chief.
I can't.
And like I said, all you have to do is Google, because that's what I do. I Google if I don't know the numbers, and I'm being honest with you. I would tell you if this QB is good and this QB is not. Wentz is not the man. Wentz is not the man.
Wait. Let me stop you right there. Hal. She didn't say he was better than Matt Ryan. We didn't say that.
No, because I will not say. Everybody knows. If everybody knows me, and you paid attention to me, because I have been a guest on the show many times. I appreciate Matt Ryan. I appreciate Matt Ryan does. I just fought for Matt Ryan on Papa Falcons shit today, because someone came on there and talking trash about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is one of the most consistent QBs in the game right now, and nobody believes it. But somebody came on there and said, what has he won? Oh, guess what? Oh, so you're one of those people. Oh, because he hasn't won a ring, he doesn't deserve nothing. Then guess what? There's a lot of QBs out there that shouldn't even make it to the motherfucking Hall of Fame. Seriously, it's been one of those days. Oh, because he hasn't won nothing. Please don't come at me. Please don't come at me. Please don't come at me, because he hasn't won a ring. He shouldn't be talked about. Top 5. He's been almost a top 5 QB these last few years, but y'all don't want to see that, because y'all don't pay attention to stats. Y'all just pay attention because he's not playing all the 11 positions on the field to make the game win, that he should be doing something. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Well, we can just end the show now. We can just end the show.
Sorry,
now.
my bad.
Hey,
My bad.
Hey,
you don't get an argument from me. You don't get an argument from me there. Not at all.
Babe,
I need the candle. I need the candle.
Mike. Make sure you edit that one. Make sure you edit that one too. You edit that one too. So all the Falcon fans out there that was talking all that shit, we had a Cowboys fan defend our quarterback. That says
I do it all the time.
That says a lot about some of y'all that trash Matt Ryan.
He did not do a huge. Put that up. Put that last comment up, Meeks. Boo boo. It was not him. It's called play calling. Because he must be the running back. He must be the offensive coordinator. He must be a tight end. He must be a blocker. He must be that defense that got tired of shit out there. He was not the only one that played the fucking game. Please, I'm tired of this 28-3 blowout. I am not a Falcons fan, but for real, y'all got to come up with better excuses why they lost. It was not Matt Ryan. It was not that man that threw the ball. They went away from the run game immediately. They play calling stopped. Horrible. And then when y'all were throwing it to the man that should have been getting the ball, Julio, he was not even getting the ball until the end. Come on now. Come on with that bullshit.
Look,
Walk off.
Let me explain this. First of all, I'm gonna let you.
Hold on. Dre,
wow.
Just give it a minute.
I just want.
Hold on, Dre. Just give it a minute. Hold on. Just give it a minute. I have something to say. Just real quick comment. Just real quick. To all those Atlanta Falcon fans that burned Matt Ryan, y'all want some lotion for the burn you just got from LaDonna?
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian.
No, he's right. He is right. He is absolutely right. Number one, yes, Prince, we know the Eagles got the Super Bowl, but the guy that y'all paid to get that Super Bowl didn't get it. It was your backup that got it. Number two, we already know that we blew the Super Bowl. It's immune to us.
No. This guy. Look at this comment. No. This comment here.
Yeah.
I said it. I told everybody it was Shadoofus's fault for blowing that lead.
Yep.
It was his fault. So, and then number three, on top of that, it happens. But the thing of the matter is that people said the fact that, they want Matt Ryan gone because of that.
I'll take him.
Did it happen in 49ers?
Yeah, the 49ers. So
the same way.
So to all those people out there, Prince and all of them that talking about that shit, y'all gonna give the 49ers the same donkey for blowing the lead? We all know what the common denominator in this is, and that's Shadoofus.
Prince, you then go look up his stats, boo boo, because he has been top 5 QB. Matt Ryan's consistency has been almost top 5, not top 10 the last few years. I'm not saying every year he's been top 5. I am letting you know that he has been that consistent. And yes, he has been top 5. He's been a top 10, but he has been majority of the time top 5 because he is consistent. He is throwing his 4,000 yards. He has not thrown that many interceptions, and he's barely getting injured. He just missed his first game last season. So consistent. But y'all don't want to pay attention because when y'all lose Matt Ryan, that's when y'all gonna cry.
So just making it to the Super Bowl is the standard now, and not mail.
This right here is funny as fuck. He said he's a systematic QB, not a game changer.
All right, no, you got to say, hey, hold on.
Prince got to be like,
you capping now. You capping now.
Like,
come on, you capping now. You capping now. Come on, that's a reach. That's a reach. I'm gonna need you to pull. I'm gonna need you to pull back.
I've never seen her that's this red. Unless she was outside in the sun, but
no, that's your son. That's over here. He ain't listening to the BS either. Yeah, tell him.
I don't. I mean, come on, dog. Like, I mean, my team was a part of that Super Bowl where they blew it, and y'all use that excuse. Y'all say that more than I ever have. I've never bought that back up. I've never said, 28-3. Who the fuck cares? It was one game. It happens. Things like that happens. We've seen We've seen meltdowns time and time again. But to say that this guy is not consistent and one of the best quarterbacks in the game, you are capping. You gotta chill.
Super
You
cap.
gotta chill. I mean, I need name. Matter of fact, since you say he's system, name better quarterbacks right now. If you can, if he's not in the top 5, name the top 5 right now. Put it in the chat.
If someone
Active
says
players.
Wentz, I'm leaving.
Active
Active players.
If
Thank
someone
you.
says Wentz or even Dak or Goff, I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now. Yeah, tell him.
Hey, Mike and Phil, Mike and Phil, y'all can vouch for me when I
John
say this.
started.
When I can say this, Matt Ryan is one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the league. Very
Disrespectful. Very.
And it's not. And you know what? I can get it. I can get it from rivals because I talk shit about Breeze, but I think Breeze is a great quarterback. But I talk shit about him because who he played for. But when you have it from other fans, when you have it from not other fans, our own fans that talks about how bad a quarterback is, I'm like,
And it's
really,
just not.
dog?
It's not just fans. It's just not fans. It's fans who are fans of teams that have won championships. So they have an idea of what greatness looks like. All right. It's not. It's not. Even teams that are fucking sorry, like the Cleveland Browns, they understand what a great quarterback looks like. But
The
somehow
Bears,
the Bears.
the Bears.
Come on, man.
We had
But-
Tony Romo forever, and you can just tell me how shitty that was.
You know what, Meek. I'm glad you said this. I'm glad you said this. That is true facts right there.
And that's
Very
true.
true facts. Very true facts.
That's right.
I mean, I don't agree with underrated, but overlooked, yes. Very much overlooked. He is overlooked on a lot of things. Like, come on, dog. You cannot sit
Breeze,
here and tell me.
Lamar Jackson, Russell, Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers.
There's only 2 people I can get on that list that you could say that. That's Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. Them other three
are new to the game. They're new. Russell not, but Lamar and Mahomes.
Not, but them other 2
How can you say? No. How can you say? How can we say that Mahomes is better than Matt Ryan right now when he's only played 3 years?
And please don't say because he won the Super Bowl because that's
you already know. You already know that's coming.
Please don't say he won the Super Bowl because
you already know that's coming. Oh, because he won the Super Bowl. That's because
I'm sure it is.
They're gonna say, well, he wasn't down by 25 points or up by 25 points and blow it, and that's all they're gonna say.
Yes, it's about about consistency.
I'm sorry.
I tell Dre them all the time. I said
I know where you're going with this.
I had to say the same thing about Jalen Ramsey. I told you guys, I say, if you cannot give me anything more than 3 years of consistent elite play, we're talking about elite play, then what good are you? You're fresh in the pan. We're talking about flash in the pan. Not saying that Mahomes will not go down as one of the greatest of all time. He's amazing. But you got to give me more than 3-4 years. I'm sorry, dog.
We don't, and to be honest with you, we don't know this to be true because the injuries can happen any day. We don't know this to be true, and we're talking about Lamar. Come on, Chief, you capping.
I'm trying to tell you,
capping. You are capping. Now what? Now tell me, he goes in this season and he plays like absolute shit. Now you gonna? I want you to come right back on the show and put his name in the top 5.
Right.
Do that for me.
And then
do that for me. You know how many fluke seasons we've had in the NFL with quarterbacks?
Joe B, I'm glad you said this. And I want to say this. Yeah, you say he's better than Matt Ryan, but he's better talent-wise than Brady too. So totally different style of play. That's it.
Am I taking Matt Ryan over Russell Wilson? I am.
It's debatable.
I am to a degree. It depends.
Debatable.
It depends, and I agree with that because sometimes you get that Russell Wilson that looks like he's throwing, that play that you never thought he should. The wide receiver should catch last year. That play was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. But then you have, but then you have those plays that you're like, ooh. Right. So I don't know, like I said, but me personally, just right now, I would take him over that. But that's just me. Somebody saying Lamar Jackson's inaccurate. He worked on his accuracy. Yeah. He worked on big on his accuracy last season. If y'all didn't see that, that accuracy way better from the first season, then y'all weren't paying attention. But I will say, if I had to choose, if I would put Wilson in there, yes, I would put Wilson in there over Lamar just because of accuracy and just because I'm going by like what Dre said, going by the length. I'm not going to put them that's only been in the league 3 years versus a quarterback that's been in for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, it's like, I would compare Mahomes and Dak and Wentz and Lamar, all them together. I'm not putting a Matt Ryan, a Tom Brady, a Rivers. I'm not putting them together. It's two different leagues for me. That's just me. But everybody each your own.
And people are forgetting there's one word that can just stop all this right there. It's the L word, longevity. How long have these other guys that you just named played? 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Come on. Matt Ryan has always been he's been consistent. He's been overlooked. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves. And any other team that is desperately in need of a quarterback, they would trade for him. They would pick him up in free agency without a shadow of a doubt. They'll blink of an eye. So come on, man.
And he came back from injury early, right? From that sprained ankle.
Yes, the sprained ankle.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Came back early.
And then also I want to say this, Prince. Yes, we know Mahomes got an MVP, but so did Matt Ryan. The only thing that Matt Ryan doesn't have that Mahomes got is a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl, and we all know that's a team effort. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it with the games, bro. Stop it with the games.
I've got to say, Atlanta. I'm sorry, y'all have the worst. I think y'all have one of the worst fan bases ever.
We really do.
I just think one of the worst fan bases ever.
I think Cowboys fans are tied with them. Cowboys fans are tied.
No, you're not.
We're not even talking about the Cowboys. Let me tell you something. One thing that I respect about Cowboy fans is that some of them are very passionate and they do have faith in their team. They feel like they can win it every year. You don't see that with Atlanta.
Can we tell this kid that I've been sober for like 3 months? So what you hear is what you get, and if you don't understand it, you can inbox me because I'll talk to you.
Right.
You can inbox me, boo. Prince Ward. I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you need to ask your mom to make sure you can have curfew or not, but you can inbox me and we could talk about this. But I agree with me because I was about to put that up. You got he said something. You can't compare two different type of passers, and that's right. He's completely correct about that.
And you know what? And I appreciate these because Meeks is another Cowboys fan. He's talking about give me a better pocket passing than Matt Ryan since his draft back. There's only one. And he barely got lucky on that. And that was Joe Flacco. Name another quarterback in that class. Name another quarterback in that class of 2008 besides Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco. Name one. Anybody on my chat line who want to call in, please do. Please do.
And Phil, what you said about the Cowboy fans, where they're consistent saying that, they got confident. With me and my wife, we call them stupid. Because me and her will sit here and be like, hey, how the hell can you say that we're going to win, we're going to go all the way, when I'm looking at our defense and saying, we don't even have a fucking pass rusher.
And I agree with what you're saying. It is delusional. But the fact that you put faith in your team and you're repping your team is that's what I can respect. You don't see that with a lot of Falcon fans. It's always it's straight dividing. It's straight dividing.
You know what? This is why and Mike, you can vouch me on this when I say this. It's two Falcons fans. You got the Matt Ryan fans, and you got the Michael Vick fans.
Oh my God. The
Vick
fans are
so
atrocious.
I'm gonna say it just like this, and there's no disrespect to Michael Vick at all. Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal player. I'll give it to him. But what the hell did he do for the Falcons? Did he get them to the Super Bowl?
But he was the one. That's about it. That was about it.
Did he get him to a Super Bowl? Was he a consistent top 5 quarterback each and every year? Please tell me. I'm not disrespecting the guy by far. The guy's a tremendous athlete.
Yes.
One of the better athletes I've seen on that field.
Agreed.
But when it was time to get it done, Matt Ryan has been, and I'm going to say it, I don't care if you like it, Matt Ryan has been the best quarterback the Falcons organization has had.
Facts. Big facts. Yep. Big facts. Argue with your mom if you don't like it.
Oh man.
Hey, and Sean Gomes says, "Did he have weapons?" I'll wait. Is that on him? No, that's on the franchise.
Hold on. Let me ask. Like, what
Please,
fucking
somebody.
quarterback?
Weapons.
What fucking quarterback who ever played the game? We're talking about all the way to Sammy Ball. Who the fuck? What quarterback has not had a weapon, offensive weapon? Like, what the fuck does that matter? You still have to throw the damn ball accurately. Am I wrong?
Nope.
I don't get. I don't understand why weapons matter.
The only reason
If you can't catch the ball,
the only reason why Vic was a component in the Falcons football is because he brought the team back. That was it.
I don't need nobody to talk to, boo boo. My husband's right there in the bottom corner.
After the Super Bowl was over with, we kind of hit that decline. People started getting hurt. People started leaving the team, and we was in the. But when we drafted Vic, he was kind of like he brought us back.
Right.
He was kind of like that.
Hey,
Dre, can you do me a favor before you go, Mike? Do me a favor and put that comment up by GG Triple G GGG. Vic's highest completion percentage isn't even Ryan's lowest completion percentage.
Dun dun dun.
I'm saying, man. I'm just saying. You know, like I said before, that's it. The only thing that Vic brought to the city of Atlanta and our franchise was
excitement.
Excitement.
Just excitement.
And he was very exciting. He was very exciting to watch.
And people,
that's a lot. That's a lot, and that's a lot of players today. We look at if you look at any sport, you can say that this guy is fun to watch. I thought for a long time Russell Westbrook was just fun to watch because what he could do. I never said he was the best and end all be all, but I just thought he was fun to watch. He reminds me just like all that athleticism, being a tremendous athlete, that you're fun to watch. But when it's time to get it done, I mean, I can't say you have. I really can't say you have. Like, come on, man. Matt Ryan has been by far the best quarterback the Atlanta Falcons has ever had. And there's no disrespect to Michael Vick.
And I feel
Michael Vick is second. He is second, and there's no disrespect to that man. And like I said, tremendous athlete. I can keep saying it. But he is not Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan has been the best consistent quarterback in Atlanta Falcons franchise history. Point blank, period. If you don't like it or not, I don't care. But that's just facts right there, man. I just can't. I can't keep knocking. We can't keep knocking this guy just because he had a championship. How many people that are in the Hall of Fame that has never won a championship?
Dan Marino.
Does it make them less deserving because they didn't?
And he just when did he get in?
He got in his first time up, like in 91, 92. Well, later on down the road. Dan Marino. Dan Marino got not one. I'm gonna tell you like this: Dan Marino has not one championship, but I think he's the greatest quarterback of all time. That's just my opinion.
So we can't. So with all that, and I agree with you guys, we can't put Super Bowl wins as the standard of a great quarterback.
Right. And think about it.
People do that BS all the time, and it gets old.
I know they do, but that's what I'm saying. We can't do that. That cannot be the standard.
And that's the funny thing about it is because Dan Marino, who I think is a very great quarterback, but you got guys like Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, but is he really great?
Man, come on, man. Don't bring that name up no more, dog. Come on, Chief. Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. I'm telling you, bro, you see it in every sport. I mean, Robert Horry has more championships than Michael Jordan. But are we going to say he's better than Mike? Come on, man.
And Kobe and LeBron. So you
tell me let's pipe down on that, man.
I like how this dude is still talking to me. So let's talk to him real second.
He's hold on.
He's still going. He's still going. So let's talk about it. I'm salty because for one, I'm not a Falcons fan, so there's no salt about it. So I'm letting you know that if you're going to talk bad about the Falcons, please bring up some facts because you're over here talking about this and that and this and that, and I need somebody to talk to when my husband is that guy below me. Two, Like I said, you could Google all the stuff that I've been saying. It's not like I've been, lying about it. It's not like I've been saying anything that you can't find. I'm not over here thinking, let's see. I woke up today and Matt Ryan is just going to be the QB I picked today to be the top 5 QB. No, I looked it up. And I'm going to be like that with any QB. If any QB is going to be in the top 5, I look it up. Because I do fantasy football, and I have a fantasy football show during the season. So I pay attention. I pay attention to stats.
And she has won multiple leagues.
Multiple leagues.
One. I've been... And so it's like I don't just BS and I'm just not looking cute or I just start looking up the stats before I start talking a show. No, I know my shit. And these people on here, and I do feel bad for half because I'm seeing these comments. Matt Ryan is average as hell. He's only looking good with the weapons around him. Wouldn't you look good with the weapons around you?
So Pat,
but you still got to throw the distance. But do you have the arm? Do you have the arm?
So wait a minute. So is Pat Mahomes as good as his targets? Because he got some pretty good targets out there.
Yeah. Woo, exactly.
Lamar, we all saw how Lamar Jackson, as good as he was, flamed out against Tennessee. So are they good with their weapons as well? Like, come on now.
But his arm, he's got to have the accuracy because hell, what's his name? Julio can overthrow. He could be overthrown, Julio, or vice versa.
All I'm saying is this: y'all harping on Matt Ryan because he has the weapons. How y'all gonna not talk about Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and all these other quarterbacks that got these?
Man.
Wait, hold on. Matter of fact, let me break it all the way down. Baker Mayfield had the ultimate weapon. He had Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Njoku, Nick Chubb. And they still didn't make the playoffs. So who is it really on?
Hey, Dre.
Austin Hooper. So they just signed Austin Hooper, so they have no excuses.
And they just signed Hooper. They just signed Hooper too. Like, come on, man.
Hey, breathe in.
I'm
just
saying, like,
breathe in.
All I know is if I got weapons like Baker Mayfield has with my trash ass arm, I would at least make the Pro Bowl with them weapons.
But and then somebody saying Lamar Jackson's weapons aren't that good. Lord baby, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus.
Hey man. Hey dog.
I can't.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna need some of y'all to go to the chiropractor tomorrow because y'all backs gonna be hurting for all this reaching y'all doing tonight.
Woo!
Right. Hey, y'all man. Bro, y'all in luxury tax right now with all this capping, dog. I'm telling you. Y'all in the luxury right now, bro.
Y'all out there playing Madden with the salary cap off.
Damn.
I ain't lying, dog.
On easy mode. Easy mode.
Oh man.
Super, man. Y'all playing on rookie level right now, man. Stop playing,
bro.
Jesus, this is like I swear.
This has been a very interesting show, and I see we got 57 people listening to our show. So,
man,
this shit's popping right now. Shit's fucking popping right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I wanted to say something real quick. I do love Vic, and I do want to say what one person said, and it was kind of true. Vic brought excitement and put y'all on the map. When I mean and I agree with that because he made a running QB what it is today. And so I understand I understand there's more other QBs that ran before him, so do not come down my throat. There was this. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how he made it now. Because Lamar Jackson, I know he watched him. Pat Mahomes, I know he watched him. Yeah. So the players that we are going to see, the young players that we're going to see now, followed and watched Vic. So that is what he did for football overall. But what has he done for the Falcons? That's about as much as he's done. And don't get me wrong, I love Mike Vick. I am a big Mike Vick fan, and I have supported him. I supported him too. But he hasn't done nothing more than what Matt Ryan has done for this team.
That's not even close. Matt Ryan almost he owns every record, almost every single passing record in history outside of
okay.
most rushing yards.
Let me get this point. One of y'all said somebody said that what weapons that Lamar Jackson had. Y'all forgot about Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown, right? Y'all forgot about them too.
You forgot about
Y'all forgot about
we just traded for a tight end.
You forgot about Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown, right? Y'all forgot about them too. Okay, and then you forgot about the fact that Wink Martindale, who I think has a very dope name, catered to Lamar Jackson's talent. Y'all, some of y'all just sit on the couch and watch football without watching.
And then that running back that came from the Saints that went over there, he actually had 1,000. He actually had 1,000 yards, and he didn't have to juice this year. He didn't have to juice.
So that's three. That's three right there. That's three.
He didn't have to juice this year at all. So
y'all gotta do better than that. Y'all gotta do better than that. Y'all really do. Y'all really do.
Hey, I think that they're throwing the towel. Yeah.
Towel.
Yeah.
Please stop. Okay, then tell me what players should he have had? Because we're naming everybody on the team that was making them better. Because you asked who fits him.
So you telling me Lamar Jackson got all 14 of them wins by the Ravens? You telling me that
by himself?
You telling me he got all them wins by himself?
I think that's what they're trying to say.
Weezy,
they see
just like how
they see one season from someone who's just had an explosive season, and then they're just the one. Come on, man. It's
just like the Matt Ryan hater saying that he should be playing defense.
So Weezy, tell me how the Ravens won them 14 games. Tell me. Yeah, they got the top.
They ended up losing.
They had the top.
And that's another thing that I was going to say. I was like, hey,
losing. They lost to a guy that was just handing the ball off to Derrick Henry the whole game.
Because he had over 200 yards. He didn't even have to throw. What, he only had like 79 yards that game?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody that he had on that, everybody that he played with the playoffs with. I mean, none of them were hurt. Everybody was healthy.
So Weezy, all those players that rattled off, he said those were average players.
So Weezy, you telling me elite running game? Who was running the ball most of the time? Did we just say Mark Ingram? Come on, dog. You making this too easy for me, bro. You making this too easy right now. You making this way too easy. You making this way too easy.
Man. Oh, good gracious.
I wish people would. Accountability has to be had. If we're gonna talk about Matt Ryan blowing the Super Bowl, if that's what y'all want to call it, him doing that, then what did Lamar Jackson do in the playoffs? Versus
he threw two or three interceptions in the playoffs. Matt Ryan didn't throw interceptions in the Super Bowl. So
come on, man.
What you guys are talking about?
I'm trying
let's be accountable, man. Like, come on, dog.
And he talking about Weezy. You talking about they got average pass catches. You just forgot about Mark Andrews, who's the top 5 tight end in the league. Come on, dog.
A Pro Bowl. He's a Pro Bowl.
You are making this way too easy, bro.
And I'm looking at Sean Gomes saying, well, that wasn't Lamar Jackson's fault, but so was it Matt Ryan's fault?
It must have been Matt Ryan's fault.
It must have been Matt Ryan's fault. We lost the Super Bowl then. Come on, y'all making it too easy, dog. Y'all making it too easy, bro. Y'all are making it too easy right now. Y'all are.
I'm really I get tired of people placing the blame on one. It's a fucking team sport. It's a team sport, dog.
It's hypocrisy 101. Hypocrisy 101 that I'm looking on my chat line. Hypocrisy 101.
You said back-to-back years. The first year he came in during the playoffs, right?
Did he not? Remember the Titans.
Without any players.
I'm done.
Didn't Lamar Jackson come into the playoffs without playing the regular season? That's because Joe Flacco went down with the injury?
Yeah.
So how you going to put that on him? He didn't have no playing time. Like, seriously, come on, man.
I'll try to tell you, though. It's funny, man. It's funny as hell, man. Like, these motherfuckers out here with the backtracking and the contradiction. The Darrelle Reeves and Deion Sanders will be proud of that backpedaling they're doing right now.
Oh man. Oh my God, man.
All right. I need to put my son to bed. It's a little.
Yeah, we about to wrap it up, man.
So to wrap up, the Cowboys side of things. We need fucking everybody on defense. We need a safety, a DB, fucking a few defensive tackles, defensive linemen. I mean, the actual defensive lineman that can rush the quarterback, unlike that, number 9-0.
LaDonna's gonna kill you. She gonna kill you. She gonna kill
you are trying to end up on the episode of Snap. You are trying to be on the episode of Snap. I am trying. No, fuck that damn candle. You are about to become the candle.
But I will say this before. I will say this before we. I will say this before we wrap up. There are a couple of moves that were made, low key made. Mariota's the Raider. Vic Beasley is headed to Tennessee. I think the Eagles made some moves. I know I'm gonna talk to my brother-in-law later on. I know they made some moves.
Thomas Davis went to the Redskins.
Oh wow! Because I know he got cut. Malcolm Jenkins got cut. Breeze signed a 2-year extension. He signed a 2-year extension. Melvin Gordon is still looking for a team. That's pretty much it. If I miss anything, somebody can comment in the chat.
No, I do want to ask this question about Melvin Gordon, and there is a rumor going around that Todd Gurley might be
going to Tampa.
Not even at the Tampa, but just on the move, because they're saying Cooks might be on the move too. Would you want either one of them? With the injuries and the knee problems, would you want either one of them on your team? And that's asking for y'all too. Byron, all y'all, Sam, all y'all. Would y'all want them on y'all team?
Nah, I wouldn't take, as much as Gurley is a damn good dog, I wouldn't take him on my team because his knee is pretty much shot at this point.
And at this point, like I told y'all, if you put him on the team, he can only give you a few good games. And it's gonna be like in spurts. And so I mean you don't need that on your team. I wish the guy the best. Maybe they find a way to get him back going, his knee and everything, and it holds up. I wish him the best, but as of right now, where it stands, no, that's not someone I would want.
Yeah, this is pretty much what Meek said. I agree with him. If it was up to me, I would take Gurley. I would take Gordon over Gurley because Gordon is a lot more durable than Gurley is at this point. That's just my opinion. And if it was me, if we needed a wide receiver, I would take Cooks, but we don't need one, so. I wish them the best. I wish Gurley the best, but unless the team is desperate to get a running back and it's a running back guy by committee, I don't see him going nowhere. He'll probably be cut. He'll probably be cut to the curb.
And let's be honest, the market for running backs is pretty much diminished. You're going to see running back by committee now. You're not, unless this guy is worldly like Gurley was pre-injury, Zeke and Le'Veon Bell and whatnot. You're not going to see a lot of these big contracts. So there's a change. You're going to see teams.
They're going to do running back by committee. They're going to run it back by committee.
And I think we're even going to start. And I even think we're going to start doing a running back by committee because I understand they paid Zeke to do what he's got to do, but Pollard showed what he can do, and I think they're going to play him more, and you're going to see more of a running back committee. And I wanted that for y'all because I was talking to y'all last year. I was like, Freeman don't look like he's running. And I think I said that like on week 3 or week 4. I was telling y'all that. I was like, Freeman don't look like he's running. I don't like how this is looking for y'all. And to y'all, I wish y'all would have, like, every Falcons fan probably agree with me. Y'all should have got rid of him when Detroit wanted him.
I said it too. I said it myself. Yep. And I agree with what Joe B said. I don't see no running backs getting taken in the top 15 of this draft. I don't see no team paying them this money. I really don't. I think you'll see the first running back taken maybe late first, early second.
Late first. And that's Swift. That's probably.
I don't even think late first. I just think second round period.
I think the majority of the players that would be drafted first would be the offensive linemen and defense players.
I don't expect
not only the Cowboys, but there are a lot of teams out there that need defense. Or if they don't need defense, they need someone to come and fill in the gap if that starter goes down. They need someone to come in.
Or they're doing some trade bait.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said,
I do agree with you. I'll say this. I see a running back getting drafted round probably between what? Maybe number 20.
I said 20. I said between 26 and 30.
Yeah, maybe 27th, maybe. If not, they're definitely gonna be in the second round going. But everybody's gonna address either a quarterback issue or a defensive issue. That's just what it's gonna be.
And wide receiver.
And O-line, definitely O-line.
And wide receiver, because this wide receiver, like we were talking about, is deep this year too. But they're going to probably not go to number 15, 16, because there's a rumor that the Cowboys are looking for a wide receiver. So we might have some, do some stupid shit and pull a wide receiver instead of a DB. So you never know.
I think with what the Texans did, I think they're either going to look for an offensive lineman or a target for Deshaun Watson. Because as much as Fuller has played this past season, that man can't stay on the field. He can't stay on the field. He can't. So.
All right. So to end this off, let me ask y'all one question. No debate. Just answer, and we'll move on. We'll go around. Jerry, we'll start with you. Who's the number one pick this year?
Burrow.
Mike.
Burrow.
Same.
Burrow. And I say that because I heard that it was rumored that he begged Cincinnati to tag AJ Green. That's the rumor I heard. He said that's why he got tagged. That's why I said Burrow.
That's why I say Burrow, because if you're going to do that, if you're going to convince a team that's potentially going to draft you, you need a weapon on the outside. You need a weapon on the outside. So when I saw the Bengals tag AJ Green,
I was like, he's on.
That pretty much solidifies who's going to be number one.
All right. To me. All right, no debating. That was just purely.
No worries. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, we are at the end of our show. Well, we've been past our show because this has probably been the most lit. This has probably been the most lit show we had. We still got 63 people watching this show, so it's been lit. But
now you want to do parting shots? What the
then come on.
fuck?
Then come on. Then do them. It's not like your son has.
I already went off like 3-4 times.
Go ahead.
Does it look like I want you to stop me?
Boom. Go ahead, though. Go ahead, bro. It's on you, dog. It's on you. You the man, bro. You the man.
Fuck the Cowboys in the defense and fuck number 90. Bring the mist. I'm out.
You see how LaDonna looking right now.
Hey, boom dogs, please sleep with one eye open tonight, dog.
Hey man, look, I don't want to see y'all. I don't want to see y'all on the episode of Snap. Please,
y'all about to see it in about 2.2 seconds when he walked by.
Oh shit. But LD, if you want to go ahead and say something, I know you went off tonight.
I had fun tonight. It was fun times. I just love how people say some stupid shit because I guess because I'm a female or light skin or some other stupid shit. I don't know what they think to pick on me. But like I said, if you want to come talk shit to me or you think that you have a better reason of why you're saying what you're saying, come talk to me. Come talk to me. Madonna Samani. Come find me.
Hey, look. You see that right there that's scrolling by? If you really want to
call in. You can call in.
The phone lines are open. You can always call in.
I have fun with everybody. I take fun, in sports, and I need it this day because I miss sports so dramatically.
Oh, hell. They start already.
But for real,
she ain't scared of nobody.
This was great.
But like I said, it was fun.
It definitely was.
I loved everybody on here. Like I said, I like talk shit best like the rest of y'all. But yeah, some of y'all Falcons fans, please.
Stupid as fuck.
Get your shit together. Like seriously. No,
you know what?
Y'all can be.
LD, I want to say this. That's a losing battle. That is a losing battle.
It's just like
losing battle. And it's not just the Falcons. It's the Hawks. It's the Braves.
Well, y'all Braves suck, so it doesn't matter. So.
You know what? Let me go ahead and.
Yeah, we about to do a part time.
Yeah, But
to kick you out of the studio.
I'm just saying, come to a winning team. You can come to St. Louis Cardinals and come to a winning team.
Oh, you mean like Marcel Ozuna? You talking about like he did?
Oh, we
Yeah,
didn't. Oh, yeah, because we didn't even offer him money, so that should tell you something.
Anyway,
because of his arm, we didn't offer him money.
We still have that young bull on our team.
Yeah, I do, and I like y'all, and don't get me wrong, I like Ozuna, and I like Ozuna and Ozuna. I like both of them. I like the Green Arm Bandit, and I like the young kid out there. But have fun tonight, y'all Falcons fans that's been on here. Go drink, go smoke, go do something to lighten up y'all mood. Like seriously, because y'all can't be just hating your whole squad like
Mike,
for no damn reason.
Mike, and if Dex was on here, we would tell you to say this is what we've been going on ever since we've got.
I believe it.
This is an ongoing battle.
Life.
This is why I don't. The only reason why I kind of went back and forth with a few Falcons fans because we're on the show. But when we was on social media, I'd be like, you know what? You're absolutely right. If somebody told me 2 + 2 + 5 and Matt Ryan throws 10 interceptions, I'm like, you know what? He is absolute trash. You are absolutely right. You are. I wouldn't even.
Sean Gomes, I don't know, boo boo. I am born and raised in St. Louis, so do not come at me when they talk about winning teams. I was born there. If you want to see my birth certificate, you can see St. Louis, Missouri. I didn't just pick a winning team. I'm not a Yankees fan.
Ooh.
I was not in. I didn't pick the Patriots. I didn't just go to a winning team. I am born and raised in St. Louis. I became a Cowboys fan way before. Actually, I'm sorry. Let's take it back. I was born in 82. So that time, Arizona Cardinals left right before I could even start watching football. And then that Rams team came in 95. I was already a Cowboys fan before that time being. So when I picked my Cowboys, yes, they were winning because I was like, 7? 91? I was not even. No, I was 9 when I picked them. It was between the Cowboys and the Bills. That was the 2 teams I chose between. And yes, I picked the Cowboys. But what kid doesn't pick that? But like I said, I picked then. But if you want to come talk to me about my sports history, most of my teams are from St. Louis. The only team that I don't pick that's not from St. Louis is the Cowboys. But we didn't have a team during that time that I was really getting into football.
Yeah. Trust me, she did.
I know your history.
So please come at me. So please come at me and say, "Oh, she's a winning." No, it's not about winning. It's about my loyalty. Just like y'all are loyal to Atlanta because y'all are from Georgia or your family's from Georgia or something like that. That's how it was for me.
I would like to say this: if it wasn't, if I would have followed my dad, I would have been a Saints fan. So
yeah, and if I followed my mom, I would have been a Rams fan.
Yeah, I would have been a Saints fan.
I didn't do that. My mom is still a Rams fan to this day.
I will say this about my BFF. She is Missouri down because she even cheers for Mizzou.
And we ain't shit.
And me and her go
talk shit to you.
We would go back and forth about the fact, even though our college team,
my college team is garbage.
Our Georgia team, football team, would flatten her team. She still would talk shit, and I still owe her for the song because the Cardinals beat the Braves. But I'm not gonna do it tonight because we ran over, so I might do it.
That's fine. You don't have to do it. You don't have to worry about it. It's all good.
I have to sing. I know I'm a man of my word, so I will sing the song next week. So if anybody wants to get on, I will sing it next week. So
I'm good. I'm good, Chief. I'm good. I'm good, Chief.
And see, and I'm a blues fan. I'm a diehard blues fan. I'm a diehard Cardinals fan. I'm a Mizzou fan. I am all about Mizzou. My team. You see, I got a blanket. I'm a diehard. I got a Cardinals room. Diehard. But like I said,
you know what? She had the nerve to try to put me in there. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
Yeah, just.
I'd rather sleep on the floor in your house.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know where winners stay in that room.
You know what? I would say something, but we're on the family show. So anyway, but she's thorough. Don't get it twisted. She is thorough like all of us. We are very thorough with our teams. Trust me.
Yes, but I just want to say good night to you all because it was fun.
It was a fun show.
It was a fun show, and I loved everybody.
It very was. Look, don't take nothing personal that we talked about. We talk shit back and forth to you guys, but don't take it personal. That's how we are. That is how we are. So if any one of y'all want to take it personal, block us because that's how we are. That is how we are.
They know how I do it.
That's how we get down.
Anyway.
That's how we get down. That's the reason why. That's the reason why we got 43 viewers on our line because they know shit's popping.
Absolutely.
They know shit's popping.
They know it.
So, but if LaDonna, you're done, I'm gonna let one of my brothers. Yeah, one of my brothers want to speak before we head off.
I'll just say this, man. Everybody just. It probably has it has nothing to do with sports in general, but man, let's just try to be somewhat respectful and thoughtful when you're going out shopping for others. You know, a lot of these people are absolutely hoarding things, and you have elderly people that need supplies, and these people are old. Their immune system is not as strong as a younger person. So let's just try to think about others when you're going out shopping, man. Just like if you can get by with just one or two, just this really just threw me off. Like, what the hell, LaDonna? You just threw me off with that. But if you can get by with just that alone, if you can get by with just two, just two packs of toilet paper or something like that, do that, man. Or just give it to your neighbor who doesn't have any. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be thoughtful in this time and place because you never know when things like this are going to happen. You never know when you are going to be in a spot, a place of need. So let's just try not to be greedy, be thoughtful, and that's all I got to say about that, man, because it's a lot going on right now. So just be thoughtful, at least try to be thoughtful to someone you like. You ain't got to like them. You ain't got to put up with people, but at least try to be thoughtful in this time, at least this time,
man. All right, Phil, you want to go ahead and go?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with what Mike was saying. You got to be considerate and be thoughtful. Like I said, everybody's just hoarding and buying a bunch of things and not thinking about the next person in their family. So I made a vow once this is all over with, because y'all didn't want to leave any Lysol and Clorox wipes, I'm buying all the motherfucking Febreze in the world. All of it. I want to see y'all make your house smell good then. I'm show you what it is. But on a serious note, I want everybody to stay safe. Watch your surroundings. Take the extra precautions that you do need to stay safe in these times. I appreciate everybody who was watching. This is the most fun I have had on this show in a long time.
And the fact of the matter is, I was watching the views. We got up to like 63. That's never happened ever.
Right.
That's good. That's good shit right there. And like I said,
we thank you guys.
We appreciate y'all listening with us, man. Real talk. Like, yeah, we went back and forth. We talk shit to y'all, and y'all talk shit back to us. Just let us know it's appreciated. We're not.
We did.
We are not ESPN here. So keep that energy with us because we gonna need that to sharpen our skills, and y'all go back and forth. Appreciate that for real. But go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, like I said, I appreciate everybody who chimed in, commented, and say what you want to say. This is not just our platform; it's your platform too. To voice your opinion and say what you want to say. I appreciate that. Like I said, this is the most fun I had on the show in a while.
I did.
We had some fun moments on the show, but I don't think nothing can top what happened tonight so far. So, awesome, like I said, I do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I just want y'all to stay safe.
Please
just do whatever you can do to avoid coming in contact with someone. And it's kind of hard because you don't know who has it and who doesn't, but just make sure your families are safe. Y'all stay safe. And like I said, I appreciate y'all. I would say fuck Brock Lesnar, but I mean, I just don't have that energy to do that with him right now. I don't have that energy no more.
You just said it though. You just said it.
I would say that,
you did,
but I can't put the energy into it like I would usually do. But like I said, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. And like I said, I'm signing off. Like I said, I'm not like Boom. I can't work from home. If I could, trust me.
I gotta go tomorrow. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So
I'm telling you, I
yeah,
had to be to work at 5:30. So I
yeah,
mean, hey, AM, not PM, AM. So
yeah. Get your rest, man. For real. So, but with that being said, I mean, unless they got some, I don't really got nothing to say. The only thing I gotta say is, man, this has been a great show. It really has. I just the numbers that we pulled in. I mean, we got close to 70 viewers, and people were engaging and calling in. Look, from the bottom of my heart, and from everybody that's involved in this, I really appreciate it. Even though it got kind of heated at times, but we need that. We need that energy. We need that energy to sharpen our skills. So, to guys like Prince and Weezy that were really bringing the heat, keep that going. Keep that going.
Keep it going, man.
By no means we were upset. By no means we were mad. This is just how we are.
no, man.
We're very passionate about it, just like y'all passionate about what y'all do.
Right. It's all fun, I mean, I don't see a show going on where you can't debate and have disagreements.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a healthy debate. It wasn't like it was taken too far or just throwing. It's healthy debate, and I loved it. But before I go, I just got to say one more thing. BHHS all 2020. Everything else might be getting canceled around here, but that ain't getting canceled no time soon. All 2020.
Yeah. But with that being said, you gotta understand this guy down here, this guy right here, Dex, LaDonna, Nikki, Kim, all of us, we've had a lot more heated debates about stuff. Like we were literally screaming at each other. So for what y'all are doing out there, it's light work.
Just welcome to the family. Just welcome to the family. That's all we can say, man.
Pretty much it's light work. It's light work. It really is. So if people out there are taking this personal, feel that we're taking it personal, it's not. We're not. We're just doing it because we're not ESPN. ESPN is a yes man show. We know that. They're going to agree with. They're going to agree with what's going on. So if you feel that we're too hardcore, we're too rough, go watch ESPN. But if you feel a certain way, keep talking to us, man. Keep talking.
I'm telling you, there's nothing I take personal being said. Now, let me tell you something. In my line of work, in my line of work, I've heard all I can hear in my line of work. Exactly. So what you saying right now, it would be nothing. If only you knew.
So don't take it personal. Please tune into the show. Please come with the heat. Please come with the bullshit. Please come with the talking, because the thing about all of us, we'll give it right back to you. Trust me, we will. We will get it.
They definitely will get it back.
And it will make the show better. It really will, because I'd rather have that than a bunch of yes men agreeing with us, because then I'll be like, what the fuck's going on? Like, we really need to do it. So I appreciate everybody listening to us and taking time out their night to listen to us. We're gonna really, this show's really gonna take off. Like I said, this is probably the highest rated show we had as far as views. Like I said, it got to 65. It almost got to 70. It got to 65. And even though we're doing our part in shot, we still got 22 viewers. So that says a lot. A lot of people, the word is spreading. Social media, all that stuff. People are, coming in and listening to us. But I also got to give a shout out to that couple in Texas. Y'all really brought that bar. So
they need their own reality show, dog.
I said it. I told you. And
man.
If Boom is up to it, from all of us, we would love to have. We would love for you to have a seat
anytime
I will. I think that will work out for us, because from what I was told, a lot of people said that we had good chemistry with you being on. So that would really help. And if Dex comes back, there'll be 5 of us. Matt come back, it'll be 6 of us. So it's gonna be really crazy if all of them come back. So I mean, Boom, like I said, Boom, you the star right now, man. So you the real MVP, bro. I gotta give props to you, man. I really do. So, but with that being said, I appreciate everybody listening to us. We'll be back next Tuesday. Like I said, I extended the invitation to Boom, and it's up to him if he wants to take it or not. I really hope he does. But like I said, this is probably one of the best shows we had. It was very, very, very lit. Like I said, the chat line was off the hook. The chat line was off the hook. The views were off the hook. I got I got 3 people that tried to call in, and I tried to get them as fast as I could, but they hung up. So I guess we'll work on that. But as far as the show overall, this was great. This was really great. I love that, and from the bottom of my heart, and everybody else on SPN, I appreciate that. So with that being said, we're about to bail out, and we'll see y'all next week.